Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 11th episode of the Mystical Hot Chocolate Talks. We are the Mystical Hot Chocolate Endeavors, and this is our podcast. Got it.
Got it
we've got a
right.
special guest with us today. Who are you, sir?
Hi, I'm Bennett.
Hi, Bennett.
Hi,
Welcome
Bennett.
to the show. Oh my gosh.
It's an honor. I've seen a few of your episodes, and it's a really fun show to watch.
Great.
Wait,
I really appreciate that, man. Thank you very much.
He brings up the fact that he calls it a fucking pure podcast.
It's a true podcast format, in the
Great.
sense that it's a conversation. It's not a show. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
We're not good enough at this to do anything else.
No, yeah.
But thank you.
We talk
Welcome
about
back
the
to-
screen.
To Money
But I feel like-
Talks, where we talk about investing in the different markets and places to put your funding. Craig, where did you put your last $10 million?
Manscaped, baby.
Manscaped.com. Get yourself and your balls comfy.
Oh my god.
Bro,
Well,
it's hot as balls out here. Yeah.
Hot day?
Manscaping is not a thing. I don't know. I haven't done manscaping in a while, but it is hot as balls. I will say that.
It's been a really hot day today.
Yeah, man. I've been loving it. The weather here in Chicago has been excellent recently. Been going out for my night walks with the little bit of drink, and it's been excellent.
You mean your night 8-mile jogs?
After the 8-mile jogs, it'll go
Wait,
like
you go for a recreational walk after your 8-mile jog?
yeah.
Yes, this is Craig we're talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
You
That's
super
when he.
athlete.
That's when he
you.
brings the Camelback filled with wine.
Yes,
And he-
exactly.
Nice.
This is not a joke. I actually I was drinking last night. Will, that picture I sent you the other day over
what?
text, pretty much what it was, 2 or 3 years ago now, me and Will got like some red wine that had been aged in whiskey barrels, and like the concept intrigued me, but the final product was
It
absolutely
usually tastes like shit, right?
yeah,
Like-
well, yeah, that was bad. Like that was really bad. But I was at the old Meyer the other day, and I had seen that they had like the same kind of deal, which was normally like $34 a bottle, but it was on sale for like $23, and I was like, well, shit, man, I can't pass this up. It was like one of the best fucking things I've ever had in my life. Like it was so good.
And so
You said
how much
wine?
was it again?
It was like $23 or something like that.
Wine in
Alright.
whiskey
Yeah.
barrels is what it was aged in.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
aged in whiskey barrels for 3 months.
Now,
I
whiskey
think-
barrels that had been already used.
Yes.
That's what makes them whiskey.
I think
barrels.
I think the
So like
No,
if
no,
I-
it's a
was
whiskey
called-
barrel, but no whiskey was stored in it. We just stored wine in it, and trust me, it tastes like whiskey.
So if
Yeah.
I take
Yeah, right.
my
Yeah.
grape juice and store it in like an old Coke can,
yes.
will I get the same
It'll
effect?
be
It'll be fancy.
grape Coke.
Yeah.
I got some.
Is that
some
the
news.
original grape Coke?
That's how they make grape Coke.
Is that really? Wow.
Grape Coke. Wait, is that real?
It probably
Bro,
is.
there's like a million
There's the orange Coke now.
Coke sodas, man.
There's orange Coke, vanilla Coke, cherry Coke, Rocky Road.
I think
why
the
is there a
first time
marshmallow
I
in
tried
my
that was
Coke?
like,
I got some news for you boys.
Yeah? What's up?
Oh.
Hey!
nice.
Staying
Oh,
COVID
okay.
positive.
You know what?
Nice.
Had them inject COVID into me. I am now COVID-19 positive.
Nice,
It's great.
man.
You know, I can't wait to give everyone else the COVID.
Shot one.
Shot one.
Okay, cool.
So, which brand did you have you get there, boyo?
Which one's gonna scare you the most?
I think AstraZeneca's the worst, but
Yeah.
you know, hey, that's all right.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
Yeah?
Sick.
I got the
That's
Sputnik
metal.
7.
I got the Pfizer.
or whatever.
I'm
shit.
Team
Nice.
Pfizer. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. It was nothing. I literally at like 2 p.m. today was like, oh look, an email that my mom sent me about signing up for it, and I was like, it was like pick a time, and it was every minute available from like 2 to 7, and I was like, what about 3:32? And like, I just rolled up in my car, and they were like, are you Trevor? Like, you know, like they had to confirm the appointment and the thing. They didn't actually ever check anything. They just checked to see if I am who I am.
Did they just literally ask you like no identification? No.
No, I had to present an ID, but like I didn't. It wasn't like the
Are you
time.
Trevor? Yes.
It wasn't like the time mattered. Like I just rolled up and they're like,
Believe
show
me.
us the confirmation email and show me your ID, and then they're like, have you given blood or are you already COVID? I'm like, no, I'm not COVID yet. And then
You're like, no, trust me.
And then they just stuck me, bro. There's
Was
Are
it
you
a
Trevor?
drive-through?
No.
Like you were in the car?
Yes, I was in the car the whole time.
Nice.
It was
That's
a drive-through.
amazing.
It was great. And then they're like, you have to sit for 15 minutes and wait. So there's like a waiting thing.
Nice. Well, you're not the only one that got stabbed. William also got stabbed this
Yes,
past week.
I got stabbed.
Yes?
I got stabbed
Shit.
2 days ago. 2 days
Yeah.
ago.
Nice.
Were you mugged?
My mic is fine, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
You're good.
You guys are good.
Yeah, I did. It was the same thing. It was like an email. Like I did the reservation online, and I got an email confirmation from Walgreens because that's the pharmacy that gave it to me or that was available, and I went to one. It wasn't the one closest to me, but fuck it, you know.
Which
Yeah,
one did you
yeah.
get?
Oh, I got the Pfizer one.
Nice.
Pfizer.
Team
Isn't it
Pfizer.
funny that the same company that makes Viagra makes the COVID vaccine?
Fun.
That's
Do
the
they-
best.
Do they really? Is that?
Pfizer
Bro,
are the guys who
Pfizer-
make
yeah.
Viagra.
Yeah,
I
dude.
didn't know. Okay.
Bro, how did you
I
not
trust
know
them.
who made Viagra? Come
And
on,
then
man. How do you
John-
not know? Jesus.
Hey,
Johnson
it's two
and
guys on
Johnson.
the internet saying something. I gotta believe them. They're right.
That was the whole thing about Johnson
Johnson
and
and
Johnson.
Johnson.
It was like, hey man, like these guys make babies cry with their lying no more tears, and you're telling me that they have a COVID vaccine?
Well,
won't
okay,
trick
here's the
me.
thing, though. If the No More Tears worked, they could also give you a COVID vaccine that didn't give tears.
You
Liar.
mean
No, but see,
you
it does
mean
give
blood
kids
clots?
Exactly.
That's how they get you. They're lying. They're like, we're gonna make them cry.
You would know. You would know, right?
False sense of security.
Yep. Bennett, did you get stabbed yet?
Nope,
All right.
have not.
Are you planning
So-
on getting stabbed?
Yes,
Excellent.
I have not made my appointment yet though.
Gotcha.
I'll stab you right now.
Yeah.
So how's
Could you
how's
imagine?
Canada and Plainfield looking for the stabbing then?
I won't be getting it for a while. It's just the process is moving very, very slow here. Like they're really trying to get Chicago sorted out first before they start Plainfielding, and I'm fine with that. I don't mind. I made it, a year plus without any kind of a COVID crisis. I don't go anywhere. I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
So are they
Perfect.
doing it based on like a density thing? So like there's a more dense population in downtown Chicago than in fucking downtown Plainfield.
Yeah, I
So-
think that's kind of the idea what they're
Yeah.
going. It's got to be a lot of things, I'm sure, but yeah, I think population density's got to be a big part of it. And then I would also like to think it's got to have a good amount to do with like how oftenly you would be around a person of a higher risk of getting COVID. Like if you're in a population where like there's got to be like more elderly people, I'd like to assume that they probably want to get everybody vaccinated just to make sure that even if you are on that Moderna or Pfizer like 3% risk that you can still get COVID, like, it's better to have everybody on board with everybody on board with getting stabbed to make sure that the elderly are staying, safe.
Isn't that
They
the
need
whole
to
deal
just
with
vaccinate
the?
all of Florida.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's why the Florida process was moving fast as shit, to my understanding.
Oh,
yeah.
because there's a lot of elderly homes there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
I thought it was
very
because there's a
tiring.
lot of fuck ups there, but whatever.
When white
Both.
people retire, they just go to Florida. It's just tons of old white people.
Well, and
Florida.
there's a name for it. They call them snowbirds.
Really?
Snowbirds.
Yeah, they fly south.
Aw.
I've just heard this. Wow.
I
you
really
learn
like
something
that.
new every day.
And
That's-
then in the winter
That's
time,
such a poetic name too.
It
in
is.
the winter time,
But-
they're like, I'm on the beach.
Now,
That's
Tyler,
it.
you're not
You're-
going to be getting it in Canada, right? It's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
much
I was gonna
impossible.
say like we're just screwed. I'm in
Yeah.
like the most dense place in Canada and still screwed.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
don't know,
how
guys.
so? Like,
oh yo, it's crazy up here. They don't really have any vaccines, and I think they're supposed to get them like in June. So we are under the strictest lockdown we've been in yet. I think I've said that every single week we all talk about this. But like this week I went to the grocery store and everything that wasn't food has been like plasticked over with all these signs saying like we have limited non-essential purchases because of the, Ontario government.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah, It's like really not awesome, but hey, I'll be in Chicago pretty soon, or I might get lucky and get one in June. But I assume I'll just go to Chicago. I'll
Now
let
you
them
need
do
to
their
get
thing
2
here.
though.
Yeah, you need to get 2.
Unless
then
you
I'll
get
just go back-
Johnson and Johnson, but then it's only 75% effective.
Yeah, but I can go back to Atlanta, or I might be in Chicago 2 weeks. If I get it like the first day, I'll just get it again the last day.
But you'll have already
So-
turned into a creature by then.
That's true.
Do they
what
require you to
happens
be
if you don't get-
vaccinated to do like international flights?
Dude, so like you can't fly to Canada right now, or else they make you stay in a government hotel and a bunch of strange stuff. So like, it helps, I guess, to get vaccinated just to make your case at the border if you walk or drive over, which is what I'm gonna have to do. So
Walk over.
What about from
Walk-
Canada
well,
to the
he's walking.
U.S.?
What?
well, no, I'm serious. So if I'm like leaving Canada, I'm gonna drive because I gotta move my crap back. But if I'm staying here, I'm gonna walk across the Niagara Falls border just like a friend of mine did, get on a train, and then like take a train back to Toronto, so I won't have to stay in a hotel and pay $2,000 to do that.
Oh yeah, they make you pay for it.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
But wait,
And Ben-
Oh,
so
damn, that sucks.
you can drive though, right? Back and forth, or no?
You can if you quarantine upon your arrival in Canada. So like, I don't know. And like Bennett, I don't know if I met you in Boston. I know I saw you, dude, but I'm not Canadian. I'm just hanging out. So like,
Okay, okay.
I don't know, man. Kind of weird to just be like, be trapped
You
here.
got the lying
forever.
flag.
So you're being oppressed by the Canadian government.
I'm
Fucking
not gonna
fascist.
say it that way. They're a nice people, but they're making it really inconvenient to
my
go anywhere
curiosity,
else.
my question is, does the U.S. care if you're not vaccinated coming into the U.S. from Canada?
Nope. Well, not that I've heard. I
The
mean,
US
like
is
you do
yeah,
have to,
whatever.
you have to prove you don't have it now. Like you have to get a couple of tests, but that's it. You don't have to prove you have a vaccine.
You
Nah,
just
nah,
have to
they
prove
just-
you're American.
They hand you a Big Mac
and don't have
you-
COVID.
give Uncle Sam the Arnold Schwarzenegger, arm thing, and then you just go in. It's that easy.
That's what they do at the gate check. Yeah,
Yes,
welcome.
yeah.
They go,
Go
welcome.
Big
Welcome to
Mac.
Delta. Fuck yeah.
Tyler,
Have a Big Mac.
Tyler, you son of a bitch. Ugh, like,
That would be
It's like,
so
welcome
funny if
to
they gave me-
America. Here's your taxes.
I'm looking forward to June. It's gonna be a good time.
oh, dude, it's gonna be the
I want to
best.
meet Arnold.
Yeah, dude.
He'll be there. He'll be there.
Yeah.
He's in the music
He's-
video shoot.
He's in the video. Yeah.
Comic relief? Should we have comic relief in the music video?
Yes.
What comic relief? Arnold Schwarzenegger is starring
put
in
in,
our
like-
music
Bennett
video.
Bennett is just he's the new director, guys. So
Just put in a little tiny joke somewhere in that video.
okay. In the words of Bennett, it's metal to make fun of metal, right?
It's very metal.
we agree?
To make fun of.
It's very
being
punk
metal.
to make fun of punk, right?
I
I
think
don't
it's
know.
punk to make fun of metal.
Ah.
Okay.
Because the last
Craig,
thing you want to be is metal. You want to be punk.
What if you stand on a spray painted scrotum?
Okay.
Okay.
And then you don't know it until the very end when you're at a certain angle. Then you look up and the camera pans and like, wait a minute, he's on a fucking scrotum. And then it's out, just like that.
Yeah.
Then it's out.
That's an idea. This is an
Right?
idea.
You know what? That's it. We're gonna do it.
That's a great
Boom.
idea. The scrotum thing.
Right?
Manscaped.
I don't know why no one's writing
Oh
this down.
yeah, from Manscaped.
Dude.
A clean shaved scrotum.
Yeah.
Okay, but only one of them is clean shaved. The
But
rest
with,
of
like-
them are like nasty, just
Yeah.
nasty. They smell bad and everything.
But
Just
they're
like
all wrapped
forests.
in.
yes.
They're wrapped in metal spikes.
It's like, where in the jungle is the clean slate? Aha! Manscaped.
That's a great
And
commercial.
back to the song.
I feel like we spend a lot of time talking about Manscaped for somebody who hasn't sent us our goddamn checks yet. Motherfucker.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Wait a
Goddamn.
minute. I'm waiting on a lot of checks from, man, so many people. Definitely not Spotify. We turned them down
No,
so
no.
many times.
Have you guys gotten your stimulus checks?
Yes.
No, I live in Canada.
Oh shit.
I'm just fucked over all the time.
I filed my taxes, and because I'm now an independent, and I was a dependent last year, I now get all of the stimulus check money that I didn't get last year.
Nice.
How's it
Nice.
feel to be independent?
lame.
Oh, okay, no, but okay, so you do get them retroactively. So even this, yeah. See that, guys? 2021, just file your taxes.
I mean, honestly,
2021, just file your taxes.
It's
there
your
you go.
money, and you need it now.
So
Use
like,
it when you
legit,
need it. Use it when you
fi-
need it.
I filed Canadian taxes, and
Yeah.
I'm getting Biden bucks from it.
That's
which
great.
I don't know how the fuck that works, but
Yeah.
it's happening. So yeah,
they're gonna
TurboTax,
they're
do
gonna
it.
send you a box of Monopoly money, bro.
Yeah.
No, man, they're going to send me American money, which when I turn it into Monopoly money, it will be worth a lot more Monopoly money.
That's
That'll
really
be a good time. If
But
I
then,
live here.
but then the beer, like a 6-pack of beer, is $18. So like,
I
right?
haven't even had any beer lately, man. I'm
Yeah.
saving money.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, you poor soul.
No.
I am drinking the Deftones Belching Beaver yet again.
Ooh.
oh,
Tremendous.
oh shit! Wait,
I didn't know they had a beer.
It's pretty good.
Wow.
It's with partnered with Belching Beaver. It's an IPA. It is yummy. It is a
Did
tall
you say
boy.
Belgium beaver?
Belching, like
Oh, okay.
where is that from? If you know.
Belgium.
Yes.
U.S. I mean
Comedy
U.S.
gold.
But like
Probably
okay,
Texas.
right? Okay. Dude, wait, where are the Deftones from?
Oceanside, California.
Hey,
Oh.
okay.
Nice. Well, speaking of the Deftones, do we
And
want to
California.
get in California? Do
Oh.
we want to get into the album of the week?
Yes.
There you go. Well, and just like that, it has begun. Well, in tradition on the show, and by tradition I mean the second time now, we let our guest pick the album of the week. Bennett, would you like to kick this one off for us?
Yes.
Excellent.
So I picked the album White Pony by the band Deftones.
Nice.
I feel like it's one of their most iconic albums. I believe it's from the year 2000. Am I right?
Yes, you are.
And it's pretty cool.
3000.
I consider it like I've heard people call it like a stoner metal album, just because it
Okay.
has like very spacey stuff in it. I guess you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel like it goes good with a good, like one of those jazz cabbage,
One of
Oh,
these
oh.
guys. One of
Oh.
some of these.
Devil's lettuce.
devil's
The
lettuce.
devil's
You know what I
devil's
mean
lettuce.
with a jazz
Nice.
cigarette. It goes
Nice.
really good with
Uh-huh.
that.
Excellent.
For me, I really like the drums on this album.
Yeah.
Not just the
Yeah.
performance, but the way they're recorded. The toms sound beautiful. Every
Mhm.
drum hit is insanely beautiful, and you can clearly hear every ghost note that drummer's playing.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
We like ghost notes.
Yeah,
Yes, we
ghost
do.
We
notes
like
are
ghost
cool.
notes.
I think
Some of us more than others.
I think Abe started his drum career as like a session pop drummer.
Really?
Yeah, I think so, and that's
I
why
heard that.
like a lot of it's not like metal drumming a lot of the time. It'll be groovier,
Yeah.
and it
Very
stems from
groovy.
that like '90s kind of early '90s R&B kind of style.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really interesting.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Like also the context of like the nu metal era, I guess, which was
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
the late '90s, early 2000s, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mhm.
they're considered a nu metal band, but they're very different than like Korn and Limp Bizkit, you know?
Yeah.
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 I think I know why they got drug into that, and I think it has a lot to do with
The timing.
probably
Like,
um,
Well,
Or-
specifically, I think it was the Family Values tour that they
Yeah.
played on. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That it was like the premier like new metal like tour that they were kind of doing to promote this new genre, and I mean like it was every big band that you could possibly think of, like and what they did a few of them, right? Like it was like 3 or 4 different Family Value runs, and I know at some point Deftones had played on it, and I think they had actually, they did the run with Korn and Limp Bizkit, and it's just one of those things of just like, you spend enough time with some people, you're gonna start getting affiliated with certain people. And like, don't get me wrong, like I'm saying this as a guy that like actually genuinely loves Korn and Limp Bizkit. Like I think they're great
Yeah.
bands, you know, but they're not the same. They're not even close to the same thing. Yeah.
There was
I
a
feel-
whole thing that I've explained, I think probably to all of you guys, but not on the show. And
Okay.
it was that Chino had said Mini Maggot
Yeah.
like is not supposed to be on White Pony, and that is why on the remaster it's not there. And it has to do with that they were so marketed with this new metal thing that the either the label or some of the producers said we need a track that sounds like Limp Bizkit, like, or that has Limp
Oh, wow.
Bizkit rapping in it, and it, like
Well, it was actually Mini Maggot was supposed to be on. It was Back to School, so that variation on Mini
Yeah,
yeah,
Maggot,
so
that was not.
so
okay, yeah,
that's
sorry,
called
go on.
that's called Back to School Mini Maggot.
Yes,
And then
yeah.
Pink Maggot is the one it was
Yeah.
based off of.
Pink
Okay.
Maggot.
And that's what it was. So someone had heard Pink
Yeah.
Maggot and they said this is a good chorus. We want this to be a more hyped up song and with
Yep.
Limp Bizkit verses.
Yes.
And Chino was like, "But we already wrote them, and I like Pink Maggot like the way it is." And they were like, "Do it, or we'll fine you." You know, whatever. So he did it in a night.
Do it, or we won't give you $3 million.
But he wrote and recorded. He wrote and recorded that song, like his part of it at least, in a day.
Yeah.
And like, but just to show like how much into new metal they had to be, that they then took this song and made it the first track on White Pony.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, I
It's
was
not
gonna
a bad
say,
song,
that's-
though.
That's pretty bold.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that was. So my little background with it is that I really have not listened to the Deftones much before this. No reason why not.
You
I
sinner.
mean, Bennett, like, well, yeah, that's the thing. Like Bennett, so you know, my taste in music is generally bad. So I don't. I end up not listening to a lot of things that are good, like this. I mean, I enjoyed this, but you know, of course, the Limp Bizkit-y chorus verse thing that definitely caught me. It's just like, what the fuck? And then the rest of the album was really fucking good, so I didn't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it again, but it was just like, wow, that's weird.
I definitely feel like that song sounds like it's out of context with the rest of the album. Like,
Absolutely.
definitely.
And that's because it is. Your ears
Yeah.
did not lie, as they say. I love this album.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I almost even want to disagree with it sounding out of place. Like it does sound different to me, but I don't
Well,
know.
the chorus
like,
is the same. Like it's
yeah,
literally
yeah,
from-
exactly. It's
It's
like
just that.
But I like the Pink Maggot version a lot more.
yeah.
Yeah. My thing is this album. I've also read that Chino did not write anything about anything personal. Like this is all. Every song is like if he put his mindset in, like a situation. Like none of it has to do with anything like attached to him. So much to a point that the album cover, he just like went online one day and bought a clip art, downloaded it, and said, "This is what we're using."
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god.
He literally
Oh.
just bought it for like $1. It says he bought it for like $1.50 or something, and then he's like, "This is what we're using. We're gonna call it White Pony," and they were like, "Okay."
How do you
Like,
go from
wow.
like being a band like Around the Fur, where they another horrible choice in album cover that they just last minute were like, I don't give a shit. Here's a chick, boobs. Look, boobs. You
Yeah,
know, like
boobies.
this is the album.
Yeah.
You know, like, and then they're just like they do it again. Like what? Like, can you guys start to take this
Well,
shit
think
a
about
little
like
bit more serious?
I think my favorite was Gore. It was just all the flamingos. It was like
yeah, yeah,
what? Like
Yeah.
what?
yeah.
Dude, the Diamond Eyes album cover art with the owl.
Yep.
That's a
Yep.
beautiful
Well,
album cover.
I do find something ironic about that, and it's that I forget what those owls are called, but their eyes are black. So it's kind of ironic. They call it diamond eyes, but their eyes
Yeah,
are like,
yeah.
they don't have like pupils. It's all blacked out.
Well,
wow.
because they're owls, their eyes are sharp. So diamond. That was a
No.
bad joke.
Oh.
No. Okay, no, that was. That's
You know,
wrong.
owls can't move their eyes. That's why they
Owls-
can move their necks so much, because they always.
Oh really?
What?
Is that? Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why they have
Guys,
so
top,
much neck
top
movement.
favorite owl fact. Go. Everybody.
Everybody, let me know your owl fact.
It knows how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie
That-
Pop.
that is
Yes,
a
that is
motherfucker
correct.
does.
That's
That is
correct.
A fact.
They always.
That's a
know.
good
They all
fact.
know.
You know, that's the best fact we've heard on here. And
Thank
that's
you.
the episode. Thank you for coming to Owl
Yeah,
Talk.
thanks, guys.
Wait,
I
I'm sorry. Who?
Okay.
Wait, who?
I love it.
That was also good. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Thanks, man.
So what did you guys think of the remaster versus the original?
Okay.
Wait,
bingo,
who?
Yeah.
Okay. So
But I want to save. I want to exclude one part from this conversation because I want to save it for its own thing. All
Okay.
of, if you listen to them, but all of the remixes.
Yeah.
So
We'll
I
exclude
haven't
that.
heard them.
Oh,
Alright.
you haven't?
I only heard the OG version.
Oh my God.
Was
man.
that part of the
Oh,
homework,
Bennett.
William? You didn't tell me.
Yeah, I think that was kind of was part
I
of the
didn't know.
homework,
I only
but-
heard
Oh,
the.
Bennett. Oh, Will.
Damn.
Will
Oh,
But-
cool.
tell
Well,
me.
I mean,
Bro, wait, but
Yeah.
I
I've
mean
heard
Tyler's
remixes.
only heard this once, so like
No, I
I
have.
thought-
I've not. So I listened to the original twice, I think, and I listened to the other one while I was putting up acoustic panels today.
I think I'm just gonna
Hey.
throw myself off a bridge or
what?
something. Then damn.
Yeah, fucking asshole. Accusatory piece of shit.
yeah, right? Damn.
I
He
love
was
you, Will,
like,
sorry.
Tyler,
Can't
cut
do
him
that.
the
I don't get to say
clutch.
that
And
much.
Tyler was like, nah, man.
Yeah.
You're on your own.
I usually fuck up. That's the thing.
Dude, what was even
This
the
is
fuck up?
rare.
You could have easily been like, oh, I only heard it twice. Like you're the
Damn.
no. He was like, you're done, Will.
Well, Okay, well, all right. Well,
But,
we'll
like,
take
that
the,
being said-
the pressure off of Will for a second. We'll let him breathe for a moment. Tyler, being a guy with solid ears, like you've got great ears. What
a
did you
master
think between the
of
two?
production.
He's a master,
Oh,
Master
God.
Novak, Master
have-
Novak.
The title of
Yeah.
master.
He
Master
did it. He
Novak.
graduated, everybody.
yeah.
Partied
the-
so
the
hard
Jedi
last
Council,
week at the
like,
Colorado.
promoted me to Master Jedi
That-
on
The council
Tuesday.
was like,
Congrats, man.
Tyler, drop it like it's hot, and he was like, here's your degree.
I mean, they said you passed, but yeah, pretty much.
You
That's how
passed,
it
eh?
felt. What?
You passed, eh?
Hey,
I
literally-
passed. That's what that meant.
hey.
Like you gotta turn in a
Hey.
bomb ass album and you get your degree, right?
Yeah, man.
And I had to talk about it for 20 minutes, and then yeah. Wait, did you actually hear any part of that thing?
Of what? Of
We
your
talked
album?
about it in the last episode. so
I've
yeah.
heard part. I
Yeah.
haven't. So I didn't hear the entire last episode. I heard just like the first half hour. I think.
Okay.
So I haven't. But I heard you guys talking about it.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that people know about this ridiculous thing.
It's
It's
the-
hilarious.
this incredible thing that when your friends want to go out and promote you more than you want to promote yourself.
Yeah.
Wow, insane.
Yeah, and I don't know how to handle it because I don't know what to do because I don't do it out for myself. Thank you, thank you all.
So now you know,
Of course.
kids. That is more common than you think. Yep.
Now
you
hate to
know.
promote your own shit.
You
But-
gotta do it. How are people gonna hear you if they don't know you exist?
He's right.
That's what
He's
that's what
100%
friends are
right.
for.
Yeah, man.
I play bass, man. I'm used to not people not knowing I exist. That's kind of that. That's the premise.
Wow.
Tyler.
So Tyler,
did
what did
you
you think
hear-
about the album?
Did you hear the many differences?
Well, okay, yes, but also again, I listened to the remaster while I was working, so I
Yeah.
wasn't as attentive. But as far as the original, yes, I was amazed at how well it was recorded, just because I didn't expect it coming from the genre. I mean, like, I don't know much about the Deftones.
Yeah.
I've only heard, like, I heard Passenger, but it was interesting in the course of the album, like, Passenger and, what was it called again? Back to School.
Yeah.
Definitely stood out because of that chorus.
Yeah.
Because they were different, and like, because when Passenger came on, when I listened to it on Tidal, so like after this album, every time it put on a perfect circle, and I heard Maynard's voice pop back on, and just like, oh wait, did it do it again? And like, oh no, it's Passenger.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun,
Yeah, man.
but no, I mean, I really enjoyed the record, and like I know what you mean, Bennett, as far as like the stoner metal thing. I definitely wouldn't call it like a doom metal album.
Yeah.
It was too fast, too high energy for that.
Okay.
But no, I liked it. And then like it's good to listen to some fat guitars. These guitars were fat.
They're fat.
They were voluminous.
Yeah.
Chonky.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Chonky.
Chunk.
Yeah, dude. Beautiful guitars.
Yeah.
But no, I really enjoyed it.
I
Cool,
think
man.
a lot of this album has like so much like weird, like it was one of the first albums like of its like especially if you think of the genres that it was surrounded with, like it's so different. It's so like
Yeah.
it feels so much more intimate in
Yeah.
the like
Definitely.
the,
Definitely.
like sometimes like my relationship with the Deftones is like a little bit different than any other band, and it was that when I first started like truly smoking weed, like,
Yeah.
this was the band. So like I don't know, like
Yes.
those first moments of when you're high, like those times when you're like, oh, I remember this grandeur moments, like it was listening to the Deftones. And so like I almost feel like I listen to them and I'm not listening for music, I'm listening for sound. I'm listening for this like energy, and like that's why songs like Change or like Korea have such a strong emotional pull. And I don't know what they may be truly about or what those guys were going through, but I do think that this is kind of one of those weird like Iowa situations where I think they poured a lot into this
Wow.
album. You know, like
Okay.
I think emotionally this is a very heavy album. And
Yeah.
like
Definitely.
I listen to a lot of metal and a lot of rock, and which can be a lot of times a very big outcry of emotion. And then you'll listen to like Elite, and it's like that's a strong emotion to throw out there. Like, and the lyrics, like the chorus in that, it's so hard to hear, but what he's saying is like you're pregnant with all the stench, like what is it, thick with honey, something relapse. Like it's all about like this crazy idea of like how you can hate, and like that sound is like the emotion build of it, and like that concept of like what does hate sound like, you know, or something like that. When you're
Yeah.
ripe, you'll bleed out of control. Like just when you think you're at your peak, you just bleed out. Like what a such a what a heavy song,
Bro.
and
Oh my god.
and like
Dude, yes.
on both ends of it, on Ellen's of the drives, the tones, the drums, the vocals, the bass, it's all there, and the whole album is filled with all this like pure emotion and tension, and that's one of the reasons I really like this album has got to be in if you were to ask me some of the best albums ever made, like this is definitely up there.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely agree.
It's just one of those, it hits you.
Absolutely. It definitely it inspired the kind of cymbals I buy as a drummer. Like I definitely look for a cymbal sound of like fat, like a crash ride cymbal where
Okay.
there's these big cymbals but have a sweet like when you crash them it just fills a lot of noise space.
So like crashing a ride,
Yeah, it definitely inspired me to crash the ride.
only fucking rides. Only use rides, guys.
But I buy crash rides. There's like hybrid cymbals.
No. Fuck that shit.
It inspired
Fuck
me
that
to-
shit. Only rides.
That's a real thing, but I will admit, the crash rides, I think, I could be wrong, but I think that came into play with like the post-hardcore scene, didn't it? Like the Attack guys, and isn't that when those hybrid cymbals came out? The Zildjian, I can't remember.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, there was, like-
Post-hardcore. I'm sorry, that's like At the Drive-In and Rise Against and Fugazi and
Okay,
Friends.
post-hardcore.
But like
Because they-
when they
because
started
they-
using
Mole
China's
Kid music.
Yes, but
they
they
started using
refer
China
to it
cymbals.
as hardcore, so I call it it's like a post. It's bad, but it's.
but I feel but I
Okay.
feel like the Deftones they use more like fat cymbals, more like stuff that fills, like I said, just fills the room with noise or fills the album.
I feel, okay, at least when that specifically became popular, like I don't remember that being a Zildjian symbol. And I'm mentioning the brands because we already mentioned it. But I remember
It may
it,
have been
as
Sabian as well.
as Minals. No, when Minal did like the fucking fusion symbols, and also Sabian, but I personally don't like Sabian. But that's another shit.
You know, I really don't either. I watched drummers that we used to like super endorse them, and then like I remember like I don't really like the way
But
their cymbals sound.
here's the
And
thing.
to a point there,
Really-
they ended up dropping them.
Yeah, okay. So really expensive Sabians sound amazing. Really expensive
$400 a
Sabians
cymbal.
are like they almost sound like
It's-
pasties.
it's
you
so
know? And,
funny.
like a tiny Sabian really expensive Sabian. Fuck. Oh shit. You know.
Isn't it funny how the more expensive cymbals sound better than the cheap ones?
Who'da thunk? Who'da thunk?
What? Wait, can you say that again? Did you say? Are you speaking English right now? I
Can somebody re-say this for Will? He's got to hear this really fast. Will,
Yeah,
when you
Wait.
invest in nicer gear, it'll sound better.
what? I
That's
really
crazy.
don't understand what you're saying. I can't hear you.
Bro, but like when you
Is this
mean,
working right?
don't
Hello? Hello?
make me talk about this because I'll talk about this. I'll talk about the C word. I don't want to talk about the C word.
What's the C word?
What C word? No.
I don't want to say
Prepare
it.
to censor it.
Communism.
Wait, what?
That's
We
the
were talking
show.
about symbols. I made a joke and went back to.
Post production, just bleep that word.
Oh no! What you need to do is you say that word and it cuts to.
Anyway.
Anyway.
I make
Okay,
myself laugh.
so
Well, so I got a question for you guys who listen to this band more in terms of their production and all this. I would not group them with Limp Bizkit or Korn or any of the new metal, but I would totally group them in intensity and production with like Rage or Soundgarden or like any of the late
That's
grunge. Like
kind-
that's what I got.
I
from
only
I agree.
thought I
Kinda
only
where a
thought
lot of people-
Rage System, but that's just my personal bias. And
I agree.
fucking-
System fits. System definitely fits.
And no, and definitely Soundgarden and a little bit of Smashing Pumpkins, but like the wall of soundness, you know, just
Yeah.
like the everything punching you
Yeah.
in the face.
That's
you know.
probably where most people relate with them now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like if you listen to playlists and stuff, those are the bands that play with Deftones.
Yeah.
I wonder
Like,
how
I
big.
hardly ever like will hear a playlist made with like just new. If it's like just a rock playlist, it'll have like all those bands as well as Deftones.
What the fuck is a playlist? That sounds like some
Playlist?
Spotify nonsense, you fucking asshole.
Hey man, when you got to work at a bike shop,
Oh,
just
I
play
see.
playlists all day. But I
Damn.
like, gotta get the.
Are you saying you don't just like walk in with your Walkman like at full blast and just be like,
You know what? I
boombox.
probably could.
you probably could.
It would be, and everyone would be like, "Oh yeah, it's normal."
I'm curious.
It was just Trevor.
Yeah.
I'm curious how
Um,
big this
that
album
guy from
was the
Portland?
year it came out.
Tyler, you should listen to
Whatever.
some more of their albums because their production work gets pretty
Pa'l
good.
carajo, cabrón.
Over
Vamos a hablar
time.
español ahora que se-
Like the modernization of it.
Yeah.
But what's cool about the Deftones is that they don't like I don't know about the newest album, but I guess the last two, but they don't play in the same tuning on any of their albums. So like the first
Oh,
album
I
was
didn't
in-
know that.
The first album was in like drop D, and then Around the Fur was in drop C sharp. White Pony was in
So,
drop C.
so you're telling me they sound different when they tune the guitars differently? Is that what
Well,
you're saying?
so
that
so
when
Stefan-
you tune,
what?
what?
What did you say?
What?
Did you just, dude? You gotta cut the Spanish out, man. I can't understand.
Hey, Will, you're being a C word, okay? and I don't mean communist. I mean the other one.
Oh shit!
Courageous.
You're being courageous, Will. Will, you're so courageous.
Stefan's motto is that like he does a new tuning.
Sorry, Will's just being too courageous right now.
There's.
Woo.
I just had a funny moment at work. So like, bro. Okay, obviously. You know what? Cut this out. No, I'm not. That's enough of that. Anyway.
Okay.
We're keeping this. You can keep going.
Yeah, you can go.
No, because I mean, it's like I put a really inappropriate movie at the fucking lounge, like the work
break
break,
room
the
at your
break room
job.
at my job, and not okay.
Backdoor Sluts 9.
No,
Like-
not like that, not like that. Just like, okay, I'm gonna say the C word, and just offend everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't do it on purpose, and because I was by myself, and then people just walked in, and it was
You
fine.
just started yelling the C word out loud nonstop.
It was completely
Wait,
not
Bennett,
as
were
bad.
you there?
No, he
That's
No,
pretty
I'm-
courageous. Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just funny.
So why did you do this?
He didn't
Okay.
actually yell the C word
no,
over and
no,
over.
no.
and
Okay,
we
okay,
should,
okay. The context is, okay. Usually people just put on fucking Netflix on there, and
Uh-huh.
most of the time it's been shit that everybody else hates on. So like
Uh-huh.
somebody's
Oh.
sitting there, they put something
Totally
on,
understandable.
and then everybody's eating something, and everybody's like, "Dude, why are you watching this? This fucking shit sucks," right?
Okay.
And so like,
Yeah.
I just happened to be there first, and I just put the first thing that's relatively good for me to watch as I'm fucking eating, and I have to get back to work in
And
a
what
couple
was it?
minutes. It was
Backdoor
Ja-
Sluts 9.
No, it was Django Unchained. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Who the fuck
So-
is gonna hate on that? That's great.
Well, it is rated R. You work in a public place,
Okay,
right?
it's exactly. And a
But it's an employee lounge, no?
it's an employee lounge.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
everything's
yeah.
everything's cool. Everything's cool. The
Yeah.
really the internal like cringe was on myself, and I was like, oh shit,
Oh.
do people hate me now? No, nobody hated
Yeah.
me. It's
Yeah.
totally fine. But it's just funny. What's worse, the C word or shit, Django Unchained? Anyway,
The guy that you get the new white guy from America that started working there like last week, and he just taps you on the shoulder, and you turn around, and you're like, what? And he's like, hey pal, Blue Lives Matter, okay? And you're just like, what?
no, that's not what that meant at all, bro.
I
the
know,
point-
I know,
ah,
I know, I
shit.
know, I know.
He's painting a character, Will.
Yeah, dude.
His
No,
name
I
is
I need another
Jeffrey.
shot.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
I love that movie so much. Like, I actually just rewatched that like not even 2 or 3 months ago, and I was like, wow, this is great every time.
it's intense, definitely.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
That is a very intense movie.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Perfect
I
for
forgot.
employee lounges.
I forgot how intense it was. You know what I mean? Like,
It has some heavy scenes.
you
man.
might be trying to chill during your fucking lunch break. You know what I mean? So like, oh
Yeah.
no, we're not chilling because we're watching Django
Yeah.
Unchained. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, ah, shit.
You know what I thought was like the most genius part of that movie? The part where what's the director's name?
Quentin
Tarantino?
Tarantino, where he's in the
Quentin.
film, and like, you know how in most like Western films they'll tell the guys like, "Yo, I know where gold is," and they're lying to them.
Yeah.
I like how Django didn't lie. He's like,
Yeah.
"Yo, these guys, they all got shot up. I kind of got caught in the middle of it, and like, I was just trying to help this girl, and here I am. But they got a lot of money and stuff." And they're like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "Oh, he wasn't lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he wasn't like making up this nonsense. He's like, look, I got proof of it too. Collecting a bounty. Here it is." They're like, "Oh
Yeah,
shit."
he was very proper with everything.
Yeah,
It
he's
was
like, "Oh,
really
okay, Mr. Fox." Yeah.
Did he or did he not play like a oh god, like a cameo as Django in something else? Was it Once Upon a Time in Hollywood after the credits or something like that? Do you guys remember that?
Oh, I didn't
I'm
see
happy-
that one.
Oh.
I didn't see
Wait.
that one.
Jamie
Oh,
Foxx
no?
or Tarantino? Wait,
Jamie
who's in the
Foxx,
cam?
Yeah.
Tyler, you
cameo?
did see that.
Yeah, I think
No.
actually if you stayed after the credits during Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I think he plays as Django again after the credits. I think.
Dude, all I remember playing after the credits in that was a commercial for the cigarettes that.
The cigarettes, yeah.
So after that, there's more, or like what?
No, man, not after Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, because I saw that twice, and it's
Okay.
just cigarettes, and that's
Yeah.
the end.
So it would have been something else.
I haven't seen Django though. Imagine that.
Wait,
What? Oh wow.
Yeah.
do all
Like I
Tarantino
said,
films?
I don't see good
No
I think
things.
so. Not all of them.
Do all the Tarantino films have after credit scenes?
Yes. Yeah.
I haven't seen a single one
All
of them.
Oh shit! Wait,
I'm
what?
Pretty sure all of them. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I've
Yeah.
missed out on a lot of
Even Kill
after
Bill?
credit scenes.
It's like more. It's a more close-ups of feet. It's just
Yeah.
more
It's just a
close-ups
lot
of
of feet. It's just.
You know.
So moral of the story is, Will is a C word. There are feet in Tarantino films, and the Deftones' White Pony is a great album. It is really, really tremendous.
And that's a wrap. We just laid
And
out
that's-
3 facts. Welcome back to the 3 Fact Show, and we're out of here. We'll be back for you next week with 3 more facts.
with more facts.
3 side for life, brothers.
Facts. Facts spelled with
Oh, wait,
PH.
am I on the wrong show?
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
a
So
little
wait. I want to talk about this album again. Okay, so this
I
album.
do too. Yeah.
I would love to talk about this album.
I didn't get a chance to say anything. Trevor's just
Craig-
been on a roll for like 45 minutes, and it's
Well,
just like, okay, cool.
let me keep going.
Okay, all right, go on.
Okay.
Tell me,
so
Craig.
I'm gonna let you talk, but go ahead.
for me,
I
It's
think
your turn to be
Beyonce-
courageous.
oh shit.
Wait, am I about to be courageous, or should Will be courageous?
Uh-oh.
Either one. Your call.
Will,
Craig.
go ahead,
Fight to
be
the
courageous.
death.
Okay,
go ahead,
I'll be courageous. So this is one of those albums that for me it was so good that
Yeah.
I had heard it before,
No.
had forgotten it, listened to it again, and then it seemed like a new experience. And then didn't listen to it again, and then listened to it again,
Yeah.
and then it's a new experience, and then oh shit, there's a fucking remake, remix, remastered, different takes. Oh shit, how many times am I gonna listen to this album, and it's gonna be different every time? Oh shit, this is a great album. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
My favorite part about it is that it reminds me of the 2000s, and it reminds me of Fast and the Furious, even though it was completely not on there. It's completely not on there, but the soundscape is like, oh shit, it's kind of like groovy, but it's metal, and oh damn, okay, cool, nice.
And there's
We're
Sing,
driving.
sing the
cars.
song. Sing the song for us. The Tokyo Drift song.
wait,
You-
give me a
You
second.
I
know
know
the
you can do
Tokyo
it.
Drift.
Like,
You don't remember the Tokyo Drift song?
I gotta get into the character.
Dung, dung, ding, dung, dung,
Dun, dun, ding, dun. Fuck, I'm forgetting how
It was a high pitched
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah, like crazy high.
Na, 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 na,
I'm not remembering it, no.
na, na.
No.
Ah,
Damn.
shit. No, I can't sing it right now. I can't sing it, guys. I'm sorry.
But you
That's
have it
so
in
my
your
viewers.
mind.
Yeah, but not.
That's why he plays drums, folks. That's,
Yeah.
that's
I
why
was
he plays drums.
so excited to see that, whatever you were
I
about
know.
to do, and you just,
I know.
No.
just crushed
This is not the moment. I can't be courageous. I'm a hypocrite
Ah.
about my courage.
You're,
Your
Ah,
courage.
shit. Fuck.
you're like the cowardly lion. You're another
Will,
kind of
Will.
C word.
You were already courageous once.
Yeah.
Don't discredit yourself.
Yeah, dude.
Craig, what did
Once
you think?
Tyler's not wrong. Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's not really anything at this point that I could probably say like that would really kind of, add or anything. to
Yes,
this
you
other-
could. Yes,
can?
you can.
I just
Yes,
you did
you
such a good
can.
job. I don't even know. Like, I feel like you just had like a conversation with us that like was every conversation we've ever had about this album, like collectively. It was just like I'm like, oh well, I'm gonna say that. Oh, Trevor said it. Oh well, I'm gonna say this, and oh wait, Trevor said that
Well,
too.
say it. Say it in your words.
Okay, so my words being, this is without a doubt one of the best albums ever made. It just is. It's every song is great. It wasn't until hearing the new remix variation on the record that I realized you don't need Back to School. You really don't. Like, I love that song. Like, I really do. But like after hearing that song straight from Fiteria, how do you
I have no
call
idea.
that?
Feta
I
Shara.
have no idea.
I always pronounce it Feta Shara.
Feta Shara.
Beta share it up.
Feta
Starting
Shara.
from Feta Shara,
She is a beta.
like, it actually makes more sense than starting from Back to School. Like, that album
I agree.
actually has a better, right? Like, it's just, it just works better, and I'm kind of glad they never ended up redoing that
Dude,
song.
that's
because,
so funny.
Yeah.
I feel better about Back to School now
Yeah.
than I did before.
I don't.
Like-
Like
Interesting.
now that I listen to it, okay, no, but here
Yeah.
for some reason, I feel like I appreciate them more now. Like after appreciating Back to School, cause
Yeah.
I listened to the new record, I listened to Ohms, and then I
Yeah.
go back, and then I think,
Yeah.
wow, they've matured a lot, and I like it. It's not.
Okay.
It's not like.
Yeah.
It's not like they've matured a lot, and I hate the new sound, or it sounds so different that I don't like it.
Yeah.
It sounds like they got better, and I'm like, oh shit, they got
Absolutely.
better, and then you listen
They
to
got a lot
it and
better.
you're like, oh shit, you know,
Uh-huh.
kind of like watching Breaking Bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like it gets better. I don't know.
It gets oh my god, by the way, sidetrack story for a second. So I went to the show for a second time now, like 2 days ago. I saw Nobody with Bob Odenkirk, you know, that Saul, where it's a movie made by the people that made John Wick, where Saul plays a badass. It's so good. It's it's really fucking good, guys.
Wait, you saw this in theaters?
Yeah, in the theater.
What's it called?
Nobody.
Nobody.
It's
That's
ki-
the one where the advertisement is just him getting punched in the face.
Exactly.
I've seen the ads.
Exactly. Yeah. It's really good. It's like John Wick with like occasional like funny moments because he's just a funny guy. You know what I mean? Like I don't think he's allowed to be in anything and not be somewhat sarcastic and you know Saul-esque.
Uh-huh.
It's so good. Watch that.
Okay.
But yeah, no. Back to School, like, I think it's a really great song. But okay, all right, great. I can say this now. So William, being
Yes.
a guy that just shat all over, 30 Seconds to Mars, talking about how like, oh, I listened to Capricorn and like I felt like I was supposed to like that, like I was being told to like that. And then you're listening to Back to School and not feeling the same way about a song that was literally made by the label to sell more albums, and you're sitting here, oh, I like that song. I actually like that song. You know what, William? Fuck you. Fuck you, okay?
Bro,
Fuck
this
'em,
track,
fuck 'em,
Croc
fuck 'em.
spitting is fire, bro. Oh.
Yeah, bro. Yeah!
But
yeah!
you can't, I feel like you can't compare Deftones to 30 Seconds to Mars. Like, if one band had to not exist, if you had to go back in time and you had to kill one band,
Yeah.
either
I agree.
Deftones or 30 Seconds to Mars,
Uh-huh.
I think the world is a better place without 30 Seconds than without Deftones. Like, again,
That being said, I do hear Deftones' influence in 30 Seconds to Mars.
because they're better.
So- I would
because
agree
they're
with
better.
that.
So
yes.
without Around the Fur and Adrenaline, I don't think there would have been 30 Seconds to Mars, which
That's fair.
without the two of those bands wouldn't have been other great
That's
bands.
fair.
And there
But I
wouldn't
feel
have
like
been
we're
a
getting
Joker.
away. We're getting
getting
away
away-
from the point. We're getting away from the point. The point is, William just talked about how he can't like a song that he feels like he's being told to like, and then he ends up liking the song that he's literally like. We know for fact the label made them make this song. They told him to like it, and Will's like, I love it.
We know 30 Seconds as a band. The whole career is that.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Well, no. But think of it as more like 30 Seconds' first album, which was introduced as
Okay.
like their like it's a first album. It's before like there's a lot of major influence on it. And this album had the first track literally made. It's the third album, and it was made for the fans of a whole genre that they don't even technically belong to.
Yeah.
And so it's like that song, Last Craig Words, is literally telling you to like it.
Yeah.
Versus the entire first albums of 30 Seconds to Mars isn't telling you to like it. It's more originality. And that's hence why a lot of people don't like 30 Seconds to Mars' later stuff, because all the later stuff is telling you to like it.
Yeah.
Which
damn.
I don't disagree with you at all on that, Will. Like, that's true. But that first album,
Uh-huh.
there's no influence on that.
That's so weird.
I think
yeah.
I think what we're realizing is that there is no objective truth, and the world is a mystery.
I agree.
And that Will is courageous.
Will is courageous. I'll
Marx
give you
Marx
that.
will disagree.
Never button.
Marx would definitely tell you that there is an objective truth, and then that is the problem. But hey, now we're talking about something else. Dude, I want
The
another
objective.
shot.
Can
Oh.
I do a bathroom break before the shot?
Bathroom break? Can we do bathroom breaks?
Sure. Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, and we're back. So Will, yeah, Will. That's all I wanted to say. Anyways, moving on. Fuck.
I have a curiosity about the album,
Yeah.
about White Pony. I'm curious, like, how big this album was the year it dropped.
Not big.
Huge. No?
No?
No.
Wow.
A lot of people did not like it.
Really?
Really?
Correct. It
Did
blew
you
up later. In
Did you
fact,
want one?
it is their top selling album, but it happened like later.
It took a few
Wasn't
years.
that Around the Fur?
No, it didn't take like a few years, but it wasn't like on release. It wasn't like this huge thing.
How big?
It's technically considered a cult classic.
Okay. How
Meaning,
big
like,
were
you
they
can
in the
do-
context of like the new metal music scene of the
They
early
were big 'cause
2000s?
they toured like motherfuckers.
They were bigger, but they weren't as big as the rest of the new
Yeah,
metal.
they weren't like Limp
they were,
Bizkit or Korn.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Korn's been riding high, you know, for a long ass time. And same with Limp Bizkit. Like,
And you know what I feel like kind of like caused that in a lot of ways is the Deftones like the hypersexuality behind all their music. And I feel like as much as Korn will talk about some weird shit or people will cuss about stuff, like this was technically like explicit music, like if that makes sense. Like
Yeah,
not
very sexual.
necessarily, like very sexual, like very, and it's hard to listen. Like it wasn't like you don't want your 13-year-old to listen to it because of what they're saying. Like you don't want your 13-year-old to listen to it because it's kind of scary in a way. Like it, like I don't know if you guys ever remember being kids and being scared of listening to certain sounds or certain music ever creeped you out. Like, I used to get creeped out.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
certain-
yeah, I'm not a little bitch.
So wait,
When I
listening
was-
to what? Hearing what?
Anything.
Just certain sounds or songs or things, like there would be parts in songs like, or like the way that it would come together, it would be like almost, it would have like a horrifying effect in a way. And I find the Deftones with all the like murderous sexual screams and like all that kind of stuff, it's like it's not necessarily for a kid to listen to, you know, in the sense of they probably won't understand what the fuck's going on. You know, it's the same way that like it'd be very difficult for a 12-year-old to understand the beauty of like Wolf of Wall Street. You know, like it's just it's an adult album. And all their music, I would say. Well, not so much the later stuff, but all that early stuff. I feel like it kind of kept them from main staging it as like, oh, where's your single? Where's that one hit catchy song that you've got? Like even Korn, I mean, they're catchy. You know, like they kind of write singles. It's like their thing. It's
Korn-
heavy
Korn
as
are
shit.
Perfect.
Yeah,
They're a
it's heavy as
perfect band.
shit.
Yeah.
But like it can be like singer-songwriter at the time, you know, because that's kind of what Jonathan does, is write very beautiful lyrical music.
Yeah.
That being said, Deftones was way like, I think the melody for Korea is like dun dun dun, like not catchy at all, like just some weird fucking shit, and yet they're still so popular and so wild, and it's all about tension. It's all about this like painful experiences or very like twitchy things, almost like how Tool will kind of make me feel at times. It puts me in uncomfortable places, and that's what Deftones will do. And I think it takes a lot for a band to kind of, I don't want to say surrender their sound, but when you start basing your sound off a lot of uncomfortable like experiences or feelings, and you want to push that through, it's hard to build a fan base, or like a big like
It's hard to appeal to a lot
successful
of people.
following. Well, you'll appeal to your cult following. You
Yeah,
know, like
but-
there's the people like all of us that love that, like that they thrive for that, and then there's people that are like they listen to it and they're like, I don't like that. I don't. Where's the melody? I want to hear lyrics. I want to
Or
hear the song about
be-
my truck.
Or because they're uncomfortable,
Tractors.
they don't listen to it. They're like, oh, that makes me uncomfortable. That makes me question certain things. I don't want to question those things. I don't want to listen to that. Whatever.
I don't even know if they get that far. I
No,
think
no.
It's more of like, like the feeling.
No, I think it would be like it would be like a subconscious kind of experience
Yes,
for you, the
yes.
listener. But
Like-
the fact is, you're uncomfortable, so you don't,
Like the sound aesthetic of it.
Correct.
Brother,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I've been listening to like songs about guys like skull fucking corpses since I was like 12. Like this shit is just
it's never
like,
the lyrical content. It's
I-
usually like
I love the Deftones. I really do. But it's just one of those situations where it was just like there has never once been a time that like even in regards to the Deftones with like hypersexuality and stuff like that, I never really got any of it. Maybe because it either like I'm like literally I got my iTunes open. I'm like looking at all my records and I'm saying to myself the only song, and I don't even mean record, but like song that to me is ever like I've heard it and I've thought to myself like immediately like, oh wow, this is really crazy, is like MX, you know, the last song on Around the Fur where like I think he's talking about talking to like a girl selling herself or something like that, like
Yeah.
and I say to myself, ooh, like this is really kind of pushing it, but like there's not really a whole lot else that like to me, you know, very personally, again, strange music interests, that ever said like, ooh, this is crazy, you know, like
and that's what I
think
mean
it's
though.
just
Like
great
I
music.
think guys like you and us like can get into this kind of stuff or like have like no what is it like immune to the factors that may be, but like I feel like a lot of people, like if you show, like if I went to my mom and started playing Elite, cheers,
Cheers.
Oh my god.
I don't think my mom would be very happy, and she's
Yes. Fair
you know,
enough.
and it's one of those kind of things. Like I think in terms of like the broader spectrum of, I think there's even fans of Limp Bizkit that might be like, oh, this,
Yeah.
might,
Well, I
this
mean,
is just too
I-
much.
I feel
I will say though, again, from the an outsider perspective on it, I listening to this. We talked before about the fact that I don't really listen to lyrics unless
Yeah.
they're like of particular notoriety. I don't absorb them. I don't listen to them. And this, like, if this album has some crazy sexual thing, I
It's never lyrically. It's
notice.
the
Yeah.
sound. It's how he sings.
The
It's
feel.
like-
It
I mean,
does
there
sound
was-
like sex.
there was-
It does like
there
you
was-
know what I mean.
It sounds like great music
I mean,
to
there
make
was
love
nothing
to.
about this to me that was just like, I don't know, crazy or shit. Oh,
And-
there's a strip club in Atlanta called Pink Pony. Fun fact.
Nice.
Nice.
We should
But,
go there.
yeah.
We should go there.
Around the Fur has a lot more of it, I would say.
Sounds to me like you're not having the right sex, brother. I'm sorry.
That was
Manscaped.
Tyler's dad.
Manscaped.
Thanks.
This is
Manscaped.
where you give us our money. There you go.
Can I
Around the
mention-
fur-
Stop chopping the
around-
trees down.
Around the Fur,
Just-
Manscaped.
I don't. I guess. Yeah. There we go.
Oh, Bennett, nice.
William
Very
said that,
nice.
but he, yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh damn.
he didn't say it
Okay.
into the mic.
I think I did.
You
But,
gotta-
but whatever.
Yeah,
can-
it's a lot of like, it's about like the more of like the style. Like instead of him just like
Yeah.
yelling, it's more of like a loud moan or like,
Mm-hmm.
like.
Can I mention?
It's that's why I use the word like it's very intimate. Like when he's
Yeah.
singing, you'll notice it's very like he tries to make it very. He'll go between like breathy and yelling. And,
Yeah, he's really
it's
talented.
an
Like
experience.
the dynamic
Oh, yeah, and
range.
He does it live.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
See, I always thought that
I'm-
was because he was an avid runner and he had to get his run in before he went to track at the studio that day. He's just like really breathy, like. Okay.
Wait, Craig. So when
Hey,
you listen to the guy talking
Vanity.
about skull fucking corpses, just like,
Yeah.
oh, he's just out of breath. That's
He's
all.
just
He just
out of
went
breath.
for a run.
He's just out. Yeah, dude.
He had a
out of
bad
breath.
day. That's all right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like those dudes in like Cannibal Corpse. They've got to
Oh,
be the
they don't-
funniest guys. on the
They don't
planet.
run. They don't run.
They- They're definitely not super athletes.
They are not super athletes.
They just have
No.
thick
Oh,
necks
you wa-
from like headbanging. They do have thick necks.
So-
but
The
other than
strongest
that-
necks.
From
It's
my
like-
my experience for like literally everybody in the death metal genre is they're just all a bunch of like horror fan goofballs that just enjoy being goofballs and writing songs about things that like make them go like, haha, wouldn't it be crazy if XXX, you know, whatever, you know, like it's nobody in the genre aside of the fans take themselves seriously. The fans
Yeah.
think they're hard as shit because they listen to it, but then like
They
the
look
bands
bad.
themselves are like, oh, murder, like, you know,
It's
it
it's
doesn't-
metal comedy.
It's like
it's
they're
metal
sitting there.
comedy.
It's like, It's like, what do you think we
Yeah.
should write about? It's like, I'm
Yeah.
thinking I want to write about fucking. Well, what
The-
would you like
Yeah.
to fuck?
Yeah.
The
Skulls.
A skull?
I-
Yeah, like a recently deceased guy, like
Yeah.
halfway, like deceased, like just his skull and just. Ugh.
One of the big songs that like Hate Storm had gotten like a bigger following back in the day for was a song called From the Inside Out. And like the whole origin story of that song is like me and Tony were together in our I think we were senior year study hall period. We're sitting there together and like we're just kind of like writing out random like lyrical things for concepts, and then like it was either me or Tony looked at each other and said like, what if the baby went up, like you know, like really
Okay.
yeah, like, but that's like my point is it's just like, and then like we went and wrote the whole song in that one study hall period. Like we wrote all the lyrics to it and got it done. It's like childbirth through the mouth, like that was the song. Like
Nice.
neither one of us is an evil, you know what I mean?
Very metal.
Like we're not.
Very
Yeah,
poetic.
but it's
Very
just
metal.
Very poetic.
It-
Honestly.
it's yeah. It's just it's stupid
I think
fun.
what he's trying to say is that the government is pushing taxes down our throats, and we need to push
Yeah.
them back out
we
of
gotta
our
push
throats.
them back out.
very
Yeah.
woke.
Yeah,
Very woke of you, Craig.
very woke.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm proud
Yo,
of you.
you know, one of the most
yeah.
metal things I've ever seen in my life. Sorry to
Yeah.
change the subject, but
Yeah. No.
the anime of Castlevania.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a scene where it's raining demon fetuses.
Nice.
Am I right?
That's pretty
Season-
metal.
In the first season,
That wasn't season one,
right?
was it?
It
The
it rains.
I've only seen the first one.
The first season, it rains
Yeah.
demon fetuses, and when they fall on the ground, they grow to mature age and kill the whole town.
Oh my god.
Dude, I haven't
That's
seen
metal
that.
as
Damn,
fuck.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is metal.
You know, I
Yeah.
would also say the most metal thing I've ever seen was in an anime.
Yeah.
absolutely.
It was like it was the anime ReZero about the guy who like he dies and then he keeps going back to the same point. And he can try again, but like he like messes up real bad. I don't know what he does in this like run of it, and like he ends up in front of this like main castle, and like everyone he knows died, and then there's this like giant like Naruto fox looking thing on the castle that to this point had never been introduced in the anime, and it just like slices his head off, and like you see this big like panoramic shot of like that thing, the castle, then him, and you just see his head fall off, and then the credits roll.
Nice.
Wow.
And I was like, that's the most I was like, that is so brutal. What just happened?
But wait. That was an episode or like a movie?
That was an episode.
Okay,
that was like
okay,
episode
yeah.
7 of
Okay.
like a 2-season anime.
Okay.
It was
Nice.
Okay.
brutal.
Did you guys ever get into Metalocalypse?
Dude,
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
Here
Yeah.
and there, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
that's
Absolutely.
metal comedy.
That
The
is
essence.
literal
The essence
metal
of
comedy.
It's
Yeah.
it's very metal to make fun of metal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Went to
Yeah.
he went to the B word.
Yeah. Brendan Small did go to the B word.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He went to the
Shit.
B
Actually,
word.
Wow.
actually,
God
when I took
damn.
classes with
Dude,
Joe
everyone
Stump,
went to the
and
B
Joe
word.
Stump would talk to me about teaching Brendan.
Oh, really?
Like,
Really?
yeah, because I would ask him. I would be
Oh,
like, "Did you
wow.
ever teach Brendan?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I taught him for like 4 semesters."
Wow.
I was like, "That's awesome."
That's really cool.
That fucking sucks. Man, I hate
Yes,
that.
yeah,
Ugh.
lame, bro.
That's fucking
Lame-o
lame.
nonsenso.
Yeah. Ironically enough, he'll probably be the only one of us that actually is gonna pay off his tuition in full from his craft. Like,
Yeah.
hey, that's pretty
He,
good.
he probably already did.
Fuck.
Our kids are gonna inherit our debt.
Yeah.
Not if it fucking just all blows up and goes to hell before then.
Unless,
It should probably
unless
will.
we're alive during the collapse of capitalism.
Oh shit. Fuck
The other C word.
Oh,
the
shit,
planet
sorry.
is
Guys
getting
are on an
warmer.
island.
The planet is
The
getting
planet is
warmer.
pretty warm.
And that other C word is not helping. It's gonna get really bad, guys. Anyway.
Okay, going back to Deftones.
Will, I think you're being too courageous.
Well,
for-
I think
for
you're getting what's
the
called
evening.
island deficiency. You're spending too much time out there. You need to come back to the mainland.
To the mainland.
Come,
The
come back here.
mainlands.
Come
Eh.
back.
Bro,
Come snuggle on the mainland.
so I saw
Come.
uh-huh.
Come snuggle up with Joe.
Come snuggle.
Joe will
snuggle.
protect you.
Dude, this is a very like, where it's crazy. We're all in different parts of the world right now, isn't it? And we're just talking through this
That's a
machine.
Yeah, man.
We think about that like just about every time we do this. We're like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Mm.
Like,
It's pretty crazy.
It allows a.
and it's also
always-
in like 2 months we're gonna all be together.
That's true.
Oh, really?
It's gonna be
Yeah.
amazing
Actually-
for the first time in like almost 2 years.
What are you gonna do?
Um,
Tour or record
No,
or
the
what?
Music video.
Music video?
Music video.
Oh shit! Oh, the scrotum music video.
I was actually telling. Yeah.
the one we mentioned with
It's
the.
gonna be a good time.
I'm kidding. I'm
And there
kidding.
are gonna be scrotums in it. Don't worry.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Hundreds. Hundreds of
Um,
scrotums.
Gentleman's sausage.
I wanted to talk about from White Pony, specifically the song
Yeah,
"Knife
absolutely.
Party." Specifically,
Yeah.
Go get your knife.
okay,
Go get your
but
knife.
specifically
Knives.
the interlude of Knife Party, where it sounds
Oh,
like
yes.
so
Yes.
he never takes so he the vocalist does like sings a note, and he never takes
Sing screams.
I think it's a sample or something like that, because he never takes a break to breathe throughout the entire interlude, and he keeps
Yeah.
going higher and higher in pitch until it's something like humanly impossible. So I don't know if it's like the DJ playing with some shit. I don't know if
That's
it's the
not Chino.
producer doing stuff. I don't
no,
know if
that's a girl.
oh really?
Yeah, that is somebody else.
Yes. So have you ever
I didn't
listened?
know.
Okay, I can tell you 100% where they got that from. Have you ever listened to Pink Floyd's "Dark Side of the Moon"? Great Gig in the Sky.
Is that what that is?
That's where it's from.
It's sing screaming,
Wow.
but it's not.
Okay.
That's not what it is. But that's the style, and they got a girl who practices sing like this, like that whole style, and they brought her into the studio to record that.
There's like
that's cool as
no
hell.
break for breath during the entire interlude.
Yeah.
Like,
Can
I
you
don't know
do-
how they
can
do.
you
I don't know.
No. Can
Like
you
that-
do circular
what I'm
breathing?
curious-
You can edit
yeah.
notes together.
That's what I'm curious. Like, is that one take,
Or
or
they're
did they
doing- I mean,
just do
there's-
post production magic and like fix all
Nah,
of that?
there's techniques to breathe in quick and stuff. Like if you
Exactly,
if
no.
you go breathe through your nose, like that kind
It's
of.
it's
you
my
feel
favorite
quick.
part of the whole
So trained
album.
musicians.
There are
Sounds like something a super athlete could do.
exactly.
guys.
No.
I mean,
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but like
Actually, that was Craig who tracked that part. It sounds really high because he was like 7, but
I was 7.
So that
Pretty
Craig
good,
was
right?
Craig's a castrati.
Yeah.
Little did you
yeah.
know.
wow.
see, it wasn't until
Born and raised
yes,
for opera.
yes.
if you watch the last episode, you'll notice that
My balls
Craig's
have been gone for a
Craig's
long time.
balls didn't drop until the 9/11 attack. And so they brought him in during the recording of White Pony to sing that part.
so for those who don't
But it was
know,
right before, he would have made a career
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
it, but then
Yeah.
the attack and
for those who
Yeah.
don't know what
Now we're-
castrati is,
Uh-huh. What
they
is
used to.
castrati?
So these poor choir boys, poor guys, man, they would cut their balls off before puberty, so their voices would
Yep.
stay high pitched.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Specifically, so testosterone never continued to.
Would never make their voice.
And
Yeah.
and these poor individuals continued on in existence until like the 30s or 40s,
Really?
maybe?
1930s?
Wow.
20s or 30s. It was something crazy. You can hear recordings though.
the whole recording of Hallelujah, that solo is male altos that I think may have been part of that.
Wow.
Damn.
Crazy that
The
that's something.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
You guys ever see that video on Facebook of like the church choir that's singing, and then the guy takes like a red balloon, he swallows the helium, and then he goes for like the crazy high note?
Yeah.
I have not seen that video.
Shit, like that's how they could have been doing it. Oh, dude, it's hilarious. It's really good.
Y'all have seen Hocus Pocus by Focus, right?
Oh, that the song.
Yeah, the video when the guy goes,
I haven't seen the
he's
video.
on like who knows what he's on, but he's going just crazy.
I have no idea what you're talking
wait,
about. What are you
wait,
talking
what?
about?
Oh, that's a
Whoa.
great ass song.
Wait, what are we
that's a
talking
great
about?
ass. I know the song. I've never seen the music video.
Hocus
Hocus-
Pocus, my focus?
Okay, this is almost worth sending y'all a link right
Yeah, dude.
now.
I agree.
Oh, wait.
But I guess right after we'll check it out. It's
Okay.
amazing.
Yeah, Tyler.
But just
Goodbye.
imagine Focus. Hocus Pocus is the song.
Oh,
Focus is
by
the band.
focus. Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
If you've seen the movie Baby Driver,
guy-
I was gonna say.
He is.
I was like, is the song called Hocus
I thought the
Pocus,
song
but
was called
Focus?
Hocus Pocus.
No. Okay. So Most people know this stupid
The
ass
worst
video.
part was you said that, and Bennett's like, yeah. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, man. We were on the wavelength.
If I weren't
All
here,
good.
you'd be the
Yeah.
only one.
The freaking, like, that guy in the video, when you'll see it, is the most talented individual on Earth. He can do everything, and he's on every drug. Just imagine him with that, the helium on this one part. You'll see
Yeah.
what I mean. Folks at
Wow.
home, you'll
Cool.
see what I
So
mean.
are
Folks
you
at home.
sure it's not?
He sounds pretty courageous.
Yeah. Are you sure it's not Hocus Focus My Focus? Because that seems
Hocus Focus, and the song is
Like-
Pocus.
Go fuck yourself. It's Hocus Pocus by Focus.
Bro, but like if he's on every drug, he should be focusing pretty hard in order to hocus the pocus.
Will is not wrong.
Honestly, it's a cool ass song. Y'all should
he's
hear
too
it.
talented to need to focus the pocus.
I like who's the band where the guy's like,
Oh, that's the Russian guy back
Yeah.
in whenever the hell. Yeah.
yeah, why don't they have Grammys?
I don't know the name
Another
of that
one of
guy,
those
but-
goddamn C words.
Wait, because
A real one.
A real C word.
Real courageous.
no, wow, you're fucking right. A real one. We need a real one. The reason it hasn't happened yet is because we don't have a real one. Oh, more? Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Dude,
fuck the
there's
C
tons of
word.
real
Fuck
ones.
the C word. We're gonna do more of this.
We're doing it just to have good content.
Jose what?
Cuervo.
Yes.
The
Cuervo.
other C word.
Jose C word.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's like your guy like? What's your favorite song from White Pony? Like mine is Knife Party, definitely, just because of that interlude.
Oh man.
All right, if you like Knife Party, listen to the remix by Purity Ring.
Oh, really?
It's very much like if you like EDM music,
Yeah.
it's very much like this badass EDM version of it. They brought this girl in that does some work. And
Really?
then it's cool. Yeah, listen to that version of it too.
I'm curious because since I haven't heard the remixes, like how
Oh, you should definitely listen to the
is it
remixes.
just all like
There
dance
No,
music,
no,
or is
no,
it like
no.
dubstep,
No,
or is it
no,
like
no,
what
it's
is it?
beautiful. It's
Really?
it's
No.
a new album.
It's-
It's
if you
another
like-
album. It's another album.
if you
Yeah,
like
shitty album. Like,
No.
if you're
Wait, is it a
if
shitty
you
album?
like White Pony, well, let me tell you, if you like White Pony for what it is, you won't like the remixes. If
Yeah, yeah.
if you like dance music as well,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Deftones reached out to, because Big Chris informed me of this when he looked at it. All of these artists are like huge in the EDM scene, like
Okay.
excluding
Robert
like,
Smith is
excluding
huge in the
Robert
EDM.
Smith and Mike Shinoda, but like
Dead Mouse and
Purity
Skrillex.
Ring, there's
I'm kidding. I'm
Uh,
kidding.
Tourist is on there. Square Pusher. I'm looking at it now too.
there's
Mike
quite-
I didn't listen to the
Mike
Yeah, me
Shadona
neither.
does a tune. Yeah.
He
But
does
I'm curious
Passenger.
because like I DJ
Uh,
sometimes, and it'd be cool to add it to my repertoire.
Listen to him. Well, like, and from what I have tried to dig up and some from Reddit pages and stuff, the influence for the remixes were like in your own sound and genre, like make a song that like reinvents the feeling that the original gives off. And so that
Okay.
was like that whole thing. So like that's why a lot of them will sound like totally different. Some of them sound the same. Like it was just that artist's attempt to like re-envision the feeling and not so much the actual like
And
So-
song.
So
itself.
But
we are talking
I'm
about
curious.
the remixes that came out in 2020, not the remixes that came out.
Correct.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm curious.
Yeah.
So there's
No,
the
those would be
remixes.
the exact same song.
There's the remixes that are different, but there's the remastered version of the album. Is that also very
Correct.
different than
Same
the original?
It's the yes, it's the same album. So on the first side of it is Fashiria,
Fade Shara. That's how I pronounce it.
Shara,
Beta Shara.
Fade
Yeah,
Shara.
Shara.
She's a
That,
babe.
that
Pink
sounds like how
Maggot.
they'd pronounce it in Alabama. Welcome to love.
Yeah. Welcome to Fade Shara.
Fade Shara, Alabama.
But then it's the exact same album through, but these remixes by other artists. It's one of those things. I think Trevor said it perfectly. Is that if you're a hardcore fan of these songs and you're gonna listen to these remixes, you're probably gonna be a little let down because
Yeah.
it's just like they're just perfect songs. It's hard to hear perfect songs in a way that, like, I think the remix, like the remix album portion of it, is better than the original. I really do. I think it
Oh,
just
wow.
captures everything that they were doing
I
a little
agree.
bit better, you know? Where when I got to that second side and I was listening through, like, there was a couple of them I didn't mind as much, like, it's so funny, the Robert Smith remix of Teenager is the exact same song minus the drum set.
Yeah, minus the drums.
It's just minus the
What
drums.
a lazy ass
so, like,
remix.
oh, it's a super lazy remix, but it was one
I don't
of those
know
things
if the
where
piano is normally there. He may
It's
have
not?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
It-
He may have added that, but if it is there, it's masked behind those drums.
yeah, it's really low. Like, you know, whatever. Like, I know it was a big deal to Chino because, like, he's a hardcore The Cure fan, like a hardcore
Okay,
The Cure
okay.
fan. So like that was a big deal for him, and I'm happy for him for that reason alone. I think I also really liked the remix of Korea. I think
I love that. Yeah.
You're right. Okay, yeah, that was a
Trevor-
really
Trevor
good.
What's his name?
Trevor Jackson.
Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah, Trevor
That's a
Jackson.
good one too.
So
And then I know there was one other one that I liked that wasn't Mike Shadona's Passenger. I think the reason I hated that one so much is because, like, circling back to Bennett's question, Passenger is my favorite song. Like, I love, dude, when I
Yeah,
hear that
it's a
song,
good ass.
like, and
Yeah.
I know it's kind of a single, you know, but it's one of those songs that, like, you listen to and you're like, you know, like, this is a perfect song. It just works all through and through. And, like, a little side story to go along with Passenger in general, on the Morbid tour that Hatestorm had done, the sound man for Morbid Angel actually tuned the PA to the room with Passenger every time, and I was the only guy left by, like, you know, the last week that I'm like, I'm your passenger. Like, everybody's like, man, fuck this song. And I'm like, fuck you, brother. Like, this is great. Like,
it's a great ass song.
but
It is.
it's a great
Dude,
song.
and it's
Tyler,
it's a perfect song.
Passenger is about
Oh.
Passenger is about having sex in a car, and people roll the windows down. This cool night air is curious. Let the whole world look in. Who cares who sees anyway?
Public sex.
I'm your passenger.
I mean,
Put it on my
I
mouth.
thought that was a great ass
Just-
song, and I didn't retain a single lyric. So
it's about
hey.
sex.
It also leaves you hanging
Sexual
though.
metal.
This song leaves you hanging.
Not on the remaster.
Okay. Not on the remaster. What, they do the chorus like 3 times? 4 times?
No, I don't know. You should listen.
It's
You should listen to
So-
it. It's really good.
I'm curious.
It's really
Do the
good.
remixes like fit in a club
so the-
setting or like in a dance music setting? Like if I were DJing a dance, like I don't know, an EDM party,
Yes.
would they fit?
Yes, actually, yes. Like the Elite remix.
Yeah.
It's like boons, 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 boons,
Nice.
boons. It's like it's pretty upbeat, fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that remaster. I think it's the only band I've ever seen actually put an amazing amount of effort into. I mean, to a point where they literally call it a re-release.
Yeah.
They call
Yeah.
it a White Pony Black Stallion.
Oh wow.
It's amazing. It's amazing to me what they've done with it. Like, to a point where I texted Craig and I said, "Have you listened to this?" And he said, "No." And I was like, "Fucking listen to it." And he texted me back and he's like, "I got to relive, like,
Exactly,
listening
exactly.
to this album again."
My experience with that album, when I texted him back, like, and I know this, I have a weird thing where it's like, I swear to God, I'm mostly dead inside, and then occasionally something will hit me in a particular way that's like really, really hard. Like, I cried like 4 or 5 times during the last Star Wars movie, like seeing Carrie Fisher and all that. Like, it was like, oh my God. But I went and I listened to this remaster on a run, and Pink Maggot is playing, and they're going to the outro part where, like, you hear Chi talking and stuff. Like, I cried. I actually cried out on a run. It was just so much, like,
It's a lot. It's
oh
heavy.
my God.
It's really heavy.
Really, yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from where the Deftones have come since, speaking of Chi, I mean, that in itself is a whole. Benedino, I don't know if you know about this because I know you're a big Deftones fan. So Chi is their bass player, was their bass player. He did the first 5 albums. He went up to Saturday Night Wrist,
Yep.
and then he was in, I think, a car accident,
I believe
and,
so.
and was in a coma.
I remember
And
that.
so
Yeah.
they made, and then they made Diamond Eyes. Oh, another thing is their new bass player is the bassist from Quicksand, who the Deftones looked up to because they're older than the Deftones.
Oh, I
and
didn't
so
know
it was
that.
kind of cool. They got one of their heroes to now like play in their band.
Yeah.
So Diamond Eyes was the first one
Sergio-
without Chi.
Diamond Eyes and Kono Yorkin. No, so Diamond Eyes I think actually was the only one,
Without Chi.
and then he passed away. Well, yeah, and then he passed away because the Saturday Night Wrist was like 2006, and Diamond Eyes was 2010.
But
So-
Chi
I remember-
I don't think she died until after that point. Like
He was in a
think
coma.
Koino Yokin was.
How
Yeah,
many
he was in a
Was he in
coma-
a coma for years?
Yeah, he was.
Years,
He was-
man.
and then
it was
he-
a long.
They made a
And
song
then,
for
he didn't
Chi.
die in the
I remember that.
Yeah, it's the
They
last song on Kono Yokin.
Song for
Yeah.
Chi,
Okay.
which is a collab with a bunch of
Where-
other artists.
Yeah.
They have another one though. It's
it's-
What Happened to You.
Yeah, what happened to you, man?
Okay.
Do you have the vinyl
that
of all
song,
the albums?
Same thing. It hits
Oh,
you.
that one.
I have a couple of them. I don't have Gore.
He
We know-
doesn't have gore.
Yeah, we know that much. God damn it. But he came out of the coma for like maybe a month, 2 months, and then he passed away.
Yeah.
And like
How did he pass away? Just effects
from
of
the
coma?
damage of
How bad was the
like,
car
he just
crash?
couldn't make it. Bad, really bad.
Bad.
I mean, they said like the chances of him living. I mean, they already. There's a thing I was reading that said that they knew the day they put him in the coma that his chances of surviving were like slim to none.
That sucks.
But what's different about like, and I'm not trying to play like his death off as like this kind of scientific experiment, but from what I've noticed, like there's a lot of bands who band members die, and you get to see an effect happen, and it's always like a sad thing. I'm not arguing that, but
Yeah.
to see the musical difference is a little different with the Deftones, and it's because I think it has to do with because Chi was in a coma and he wasn't necessarily passed away yet, and to hear the experience of like White Pony or not White Pony, Diamond Eyes and then Koino Yorkin and then Gore, like, and to hear the aftermath of like knowing your friend is just we don't even know
Yeah.
like, and then they're just living on and he's just in this, they don't even know, like,
Yeah, it must really
and having
suck.
gone through all of and having gone through that, but I feel like it not necessarily sucked, but I think it gave them another eye-opening experience to life. And I think that affected a lot of their music. Like I think it's some of the most mature music I've ever heard in my life, and I think it can stem from those kind of experiences. Like a lot of people know what it's like to have a friend pass away, but a lot of people don't know what it's like to have a friend
A band
sit
member?
in a coma for
Or-
7
yeah.
years. Yeah, and
dude.
like have to live like, okay, we got to go back on tour or we got to go write music, like, but he's just there. He's just like,
Oh my god.
is he gonna make it? I don't know, And then finally that day comes where, hey, he did make it,
God
like,
damn.
and then have to go through that. And so I find that to be a very different thing than we see in a lot of bands or a lot of people, and to hear like what they've poured into it. I mean, to the fact that like they've written that, like, What Happened to You is obviously about Chi, and like it's such a beautiful song, but it's such a scary song in a way. Like the beauty of it is so intense that like it the Deftones do that, man. They make you're not just listening to music, you're listening to someone's experiences of life, and they're kind of channeling it through you in a way. And
You said that, and the hairs on my arms literally rose because I could hear the chorus in my head of that song. when
dude,
you
we're
said,
alive.
That's what I mean.
somewhere
Like, that's
else.
fucking
Like,
insane. Oh my god.
it's such beauty, man, and it's why I love the Deftones so much. It's why I love Chino so much. And then you watch them in interviews, and they're not cocky. They're not assholes. They're
Yeah.
guys literally like us. Like the conversations we're having are the conversations they have. Like they asked Steph, "Why are you playing different tunings on every album?" And he's like, "Because I don't want music theory to hold me down." He's like, "If I pick up a guitar and it's in a different tuning, the only thing I can trust is my ears."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, fuck, that's what we all kind of say. Like, we all are kind of
Yeah.
like, fuck, man, I know what I can hear, and I know when it's good, and sometimes we get stuck on what's on the screen or what's in my hand, and he's just kind of sitting there saying it like it is,
Yeah.
and that's why they're so.
That's
good.
kind of like the
That's why
opposite,
they make
though.
such beautiful music.
Like, it's not that he's not thinking about the theory or like he's not thinking about the guitar. It's just that he knows it so well that he's not thinking about it. I mean, that's
Well,
at
think
least.
about it.
But that's exactly the point. Yeah.
That's the
yeah.
thing, though. Imagine I give you a guitar, and every album you have a different tuning that you've never played in before. And you're like,
But
well,
you need to know how
I
it
gotta write
works.
something
You-
that sounds good.
Like the challenge
You know how it
causes
works.
creativity.
Yeah.
It'd be like if every album you had to change the placements of your drums.
Just for creative
You
purposes.
couldn't play the same setup. Yeah, you
Yeah.
couldn't play the same setup every time, and you knew how to make your music, you knew how to play it, but you kind of trust your ears.
It's too bad he's a flat earther and we can't take what he says serious anymore. I'm kidding. Whatever.
Bro, I saw some of that.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? Wait, I'm a flat earther or Trevor's a flat earther?
Are you a flat earther?
Trevor's the. How am I a flat earther? Wait.
Yeah, will that happen? You're just all smiles.
Classic C's with the
why-
flat earth, man.
How am I a flat
Everyone talks about how you're a flat earther behind your back.
but I'm not. I don't
All right.
understand.
I
We're
guess
kidding, we're kidding.
so that I can shut up now. I guess what I'm trying to say in all of this is I have two favorites. I can't just pick one. I have to say two.
Yeah.
Korea hits
Yeah.
me hard.
Yep.
It's not just because it's heavy as fuck, because it is, but it's such a emotionally heavy song to me. Like, just like, even though it goes into like a major key weird bridge part, like even that to me that just sounds like arrogance. It's just this nasty attitude to it, and then it just it stabs me. But my favorite song, and this is a little different of me because I'm not a big single guy, but my favorite song on this album is Change. Because I find that song to be so meaningful into like my life, and that like I was kind of a romantic growing up. You know, I'm coming out of a pretty heavy relationship, and like my whole life I've always been this like this concept that like anybody's life can change because of something. You know, like my life has changed at least twice. I can say I've gone through a change where I'm not the same kind of person. And like sometimes I wonder, like, not necessarily with myself, but when I see it in others, it hurts sometimes, you know, like, because it's like, man, I thought you were this person, like I thought you were gonna do this or thought this, and like sometimes that's not always the case, and sometimes inside people you see a development go through, and that song I feel like is just so of any song to be about that's the one. Like musically it's just perfect for it. It really just stabs a knife in you sometimes, and it goes, hey man, like wake up sometimes and look at the world for what it is and what you are and what everyone else is. And people adjust, time goes on. It's a weird thing, like it's such a simple song, but it has such a miraculous, like eye-opening feeling and experience from it.
And then after Korea, Passenger comes on, and fuck, I'm forgetting the Tool singer. What's his name?
Maynard.
The Maynard. Okay. After that, like,
You can call him
no.
Sir.
Okay. After like the deep emotional like toll of Korea, Maynard comes in and says the same shit. Bro, just fuck me in the ass. Maynard just comes in and says the same shit, and I'm like, bro, Maynard, you always say the same thing, and
Bro, your fist, my ass. Let's go. Like,
like, god damn it. Anyway,
Something I want to mention about Change, it's technically a metal ballad, right?
change. Okay.
The song Change,
Yeah,
like
100%. 100%.
yeah, it's curious how like
Yeah.
every genre has their version of what a ballad is.
Okay.
I don't know.
Changes, yeah.
But Change was the first
I didn't
Deftones
think about
songs
it
I've
that
ever
way,
heard.
but it hit me that way.
Really?
Yeah. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Tim?
You know, it was featured on I forget what TV show in like 2008 or 9, and it like made a reemergence of the whole album.
Really?
Yeah, The Following with Kevin Bacon. It was on episode. It was on the pilot.
Oh, with the cult. The cult. That's. Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Which is a really good season 1. I rewatched it. Season 1's good. Season 2's Season 3's garbage.
I haven't seen a single fucking one.
It's really good. At least
I
season
gotta
1
watch
is.
it.
Tyler, what's your favorite?
I'm going to agree with Change, but also like the I don't know, man. Like, what was the tune? Just to make sure I have this right, that was largely unaccompanied, just vocal and guitar.
Teenager.
Teenager.
I really enjoyed that.
I love that
just
song.
because, like, in the context of this record, I mean, it was like a palate cleanser. Like if you have, like a little bit of sparkling water with your espresso.
Yeah.
It was like that of just like I stopped what I was doing. Like when I was listening to the remaster, when I was working, I stopped and just like, what happened? Am I on the right thing? What's going on?
Yeah.
And that made me reset to the second part, the half of the album. Truthfully.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just an effective song. But I would say Teenager and Passenger then being very sympathetic to Change.
Cool.
Teenager's a good one because of the like. I get a very youthful vibe from it because it kind of gives off that first love, because the chorus is "Now I'm through with the new you," and it's
Well,
like
I mean, you were talking about the singer-songwriter thing. That's truly a singer-songwriter song, and it's very earnestly
which
pretty.
is why they had Robert Smith do it on the remix, I think, but he didn't do enough.
He did just enough. He got rid of that stupid drum set. Get the fuck out of here. What a weird.
Dude, that was Abe, bro. Abe's like, all right, bro, this is the Little Wayne
I don't
song.
think that. That's the thing. I don't think that's true. I bet you anything, and like, yeah, I bet you anything that was somebody else like sequencing a drum pad, and then he walked in like after everything was mastered, and he's like, what the fuck is this? And we're like, we wrote drums, bro. Like that would be like
You might be right.
It's definitely
if
down.
I showed that something to Will. Yeah.
It sounds definitely like someone triggering pads. Like someone has like the squares and like.
They brought Dilla in.
It sounds like that. It definitely sounds like sampled drums. It doesn't sound like they recorded a drummer.
Don't
playing
fucking hate on Dilla like that. No, that's worse. Oh damn, not even worse. It's not Dilla.
Who's
Will,
Dilla?
what's-
I'm sorry.
Jay Dilla.
Dilla?
Who's Jay Dilla?
Oh,
Oh.
Craig, you got
Craig,
some
yeah,
homework.
even I know.
He's one of the most famous.
I don't know anything, but I know
he
this.
rest in peace. He died, but he was famous for doing like delay beats.
Well, if he
Did
was
you guys
so
see-
good.
okay.
Never mind.
Yeah. Not quantized.
Just to throw this in there, did you guys see that after DMX died, they released a song featuring Steve Howe?
What?
I'm not fucking with you right now. It's Steve
Really?
Howe and then like the drummer from Deep Purple.
And DMX.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Fuck?
I'm gonna pull this up right now. I'm just gonna
Wow,
read
thank
off
you.
who's in it.
Thank you. Wow. DMX.
So we
Steve
got that in
Howe,
Hocus Pocus
and-
Focus.
Shit.
Hocus Pocus, the focus. My focus.
Will, you still haven't said what's your favorite. You're the only one who's.
Oh
What's your favorite song off the album?
It is also a hard one. No, okay. So I fucking said Back to School, and I mean I meant that almost ironically. It's not like I'm focusing on that song, but Pink Maggot is highly up there. Like specifically Pink Maggot, not Back to School. But I digress. It's like if I'm not counting Pink Maggot because we hate it. It's
No, we hate Back to School. We
no,
don't
no,
hate
no,
Pink
no,
Maggot.
no, no, no,
hate
we
Back
do,
to
no,
School.
no, no, no.
We
no,
like
no,
Pink
no,
Maggot.
no. We hate all of it. We hate.
No.
This is a shitty album, guys. I don't know how to tell
So,
you.
like-
William is like,
Hey,
this is
just
the worst
also-
album I've ever heard.
So between
Will.
Pink Maggot, Korea, and like, and Knife Party. Those are my top 3 of this album. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
I was
so
hoping
I
somebody
can't-
would
I
bring up
can't-
Night Party.
Just
That's
so-
a great song.
But wait.
Bennett said it was his favorite.
I said it was my favorite. Knife Party.
I want to
I thought you
say
said. Oh, yes, you did. Sorry,
Now-
my bad.
I just have to throw out there because none of us said it. Digital fucking
Yeah,
bath.
I was about to say that, dude. I swear, I was about to say that. Digital Bath. The drums are amazing, dude. Oh my god.
Just have to throw that out there. What a
It's a great.
beautiful.
To-doom, to-bam,
Yeah,
to-ga,
dude.
to-boom, to-ga.
But
Trevor,
I'm
I
also
agree.
gonna say this: every time I've started listening to like this album or a song off of this album, I want to listen to the rest of the album. So again,
Yeah,
even if I
that's
listen
me
to my
every
favorite song, I'm like, how about the rest of the album? You know what I mean? And now I'm gonna say the Back to School shit. Because I've listened to Back to School and to Pink Maggot so many times, or like just like superficially, dude, this album sounds like the same song. I just want to listen to the whole thing though, so just give it the whole thing. And now I listen to the, you know
I
what I
think
mean?
it sounds like one long song.
But it's very effective.
It's a
But
good
it's very
full album.
effective. Yeah.
I agree.
That's,
like, in
again, the
sense
whole
that it's a
album.
good full album. Yeah, yeah.
Boys,
And then starting it.
boys, I think this is a true perfect album.
Yeah.
Like a
I
No,
agree.
this is
I
one of
agree.
those-
I
We
agree.
found one.
And
You know how you know it's a perfect album? Because it's like, it's all we've been talking about.
Definitely.
yeah.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's never happened.
How long have we been? What minute are we at?
I
For a long, I mean,
love this album. It's so good.
it's almost 2
Every song
hours,
is, like,
fam.
Dude, it's inspired a lot of how I play drums specifically. It's made me like focus more on ghost notes. Honestly.
And if anything that this album should tell anybody is that you should listen to the rest of the Deftones, because there is some magic in their music. It is.
Yeah.
It is all so great. Oh,
Again,
White
I like the
Pony
art.
though is like the
I-
standout.
Like, again, the maturity.
$1.95, bro.
that they go
Download
through.
that shit.
Anyway.
Little clip art.
It's one of those things where like this is the best Deftones album, but by
Hands
about
down.
this much.
Yeah.
Correct.
By
I
about-
was gonna ask
you
you,
know,
guys, as
like-
someone who after this will get into listening to this band, sincerely, is this considered like
This is
The best?
considered the
By
master
this
of puppets.
Yeah.
Like,
By this
I
much.
agree with
and
Craig.
that's like Master of Puppets is this much better than everything else, right? This is this much better than everything else. Meaning yeah, you know, Trevor's got a good point. That Saturday Night Wrists, fucking Around the Fur, like
the self-titled.
There's a self-titled. I'm so behind.
what's self-titled?
I
The
think
one with
Diamond Eyes.
Hexagram and Battle Axe and
What?
I think Diamond Eyes is a really good album.
Oh yeah, the self-titled. I forgot about that album for a
God
second.
damn it, Craig.
Diamond
I'm
Eyes.
sorry. I'm
Wow,
really sorry.
so-
That's a great
Did I
album.
just confuse you guys by being like genuinely confused as well? What the hell happened?
A little bit. A touch, yeah. No, the self-titled is amazing. I literally, honestly,
is so
I
funny.
forgot that album was self-titled. I just think of it as like the Skull and Roses album. Like,
Oh,
like
yeah,
that's all
yeah.
I see it in
That's
my
kind
head.
of what I
like,
think. I'm like, I forget. I call it. I literally think the album is called Hexagram
That's fucking
because
Oh,
the
really?
album has like some artwork on it. I'm like, oh, it's
Yeah.
some hexagram.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wait.
I think actually that's what this is supposed to be.
And
like,
it's the fourth
beaver,
studio
but
album.
I think it's supposed to be the skull.
That's confusing.
I think it's the fourth.
Yeah, it's the fourth.
Which one?
That's
It's the one.
The self-titled?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it the one
it's
that
four.
followed White Pony?
Yes.
it is?
Yes.
Have any of you
It
guys
is.
seen?
It goes-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Craig has.
I was gonna.
What?
Have you any of
Oh
you guys
yeah.
seen
Oh,
Deftones live?
I've seen.
I've never seen them live.
I had
I've seen-
tickets. and
Yeah,
then
I've seen
COVID.
Deftones live 3 times now. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have
They're,
tickets. I had tickets to see them. I was gonna see them like 3 or 4 times on this next tour.
Nice.
The one with Poppy.
Poppy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was gonna go
nice.
and I was gonna literally go in like 4 different cities because I was like, I'm not just gonna see them once. I'm gonna see them as much as I can because I love this band.
I was heavily debating that tour because all right.
I already know. I already know.
I love Poppy. Like I'm a big fan. Everything I'd heard of the Poppy.
Poppy
it's
was
fun.
the first opener. Second
Yeah.
opener was Gojira.
And then I was like, hard pass.
Really?
Boom.
Not-
like
not
let's
even-
get the fuck. Oh, dude.
Damn.
No. I would go. I'd still go. It's just when they were playing, I would be going getting my merch.
Which is fine.
I might
Which
get
is
like
fine.
a drink.
Which is
Yeah.
fine.
When I saw that they were playing on that tour, I got a little bummed out. A little bit.
But when I saw Poppy, I was like, oh
But
shit.
like Poppy, dude. Like, like,
Bro, Poppy's heavy as fuck.
and the
I love it.
combination of those 2 bands plus that half a band. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
fuck it, smoke break. You know what I mean? Like, you'll still listen to it.
Exactly.
But dude,
exactly.
You know?
Deftones, a few years back, they had like a tour, or I don't know if it was a tour, but they had a few shows with System of a Down.
Hey, that's
Well, Deftones plays a lot of festivals.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're like a good
And
festival
To a
band.
point where they have their own. Well, they have their own festival now
Oh, really?
Yeah.
in Mexico. The Dia
shit.
de los Deftones.
No way.
That's
What?
wild.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's
They-
go.
they-
Let's go to
let's
that
go.
one.
Dia de los Deftones.
Was
I think it's in Mexico. It's either
Was that
Mexico
the-
or like South America.
was that the one they did with the Pixies and The Cure? They did a tour. They did a festival
That's a
with the Pixies
collection?
and The Cure.
I
Yeah.
don't think so because I
Oh
think
man, I wanted to go to that one, man.
I think the
was
one
like,
that
ooh.
that like theirs. I just remember the band opening for them was
Yeah.
a smaller band. It was Brutus,
Oh. Okay.
which has that female.
Oh,
singer.
Brutus? Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, yeah. They're really good.
They are really good.
They're really good.
I love the Deftones. I love it. I'm so glad that Bennett picked it. I'm glad you're here, first of all, because I love you and I haven't seen you in so long. And, but I'm so glad you picked this album because it's such a great album.
Somebody had to pick this album that wasn't me or Trevor. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
because that's what we were waiting. We were discussing like before we even did this podcast. This
Yeah.
was like we would talk about albums like White Pony, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like.
We
and we were
talked
like-
about it in the testisode. We talked about during
We
Existential
did, and
Reckoning.
you said someone's got to
Forgot
bring it
about
up.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were like, oh, when are we gonna do White Pony? And we're like, I don't know, man. Like, should we do it or not? And then Bennett's like, White Pony. And
I
we're
always
like,
feel
oh.
worked
bad
out.
for me and Craig because it's like,
Let me
Yes.
explain the context.
yeah, please.
So, I didn't know I was supposed to pick the album. And William is like, oh shit, Bennett, you need to tell me by 7 p.m. tonight what album you want. And I'm like, I'm at a gig. I'm playing jazz in a restaurant. I'm literally like on my drums playing jazz, and William's texting me like, yeah, I'm like ching chingling, chingling, chingling. And William is like, Bennett, you need an album now. And I'm like, oh shit, wait, I had to wait till my set was over to tell him. And I was like, I hadn't even thought about it. I was like, oh shit. Okay, White Pony. And that's it.
Yeah.
I wanted like a classic album.
that's what we want.
Yeah, I wanted a classic
We
album
want an album you love.
that everyone knows is a good album, but I didn't want a cliche album, you know?
Like Master of
is-
Puppets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even
That
though we
being
should do
said-
that at some point.
That
We
being
should
said,
really-
we should talk about that because you know after having not, I feel like when it comes to like bands like Metallica, all those like oh yeah they're the greats. I feel like it's been years since I listened to that shit, and then I go back and re-listen to it, and I'm like you know what song I totally forgot about? Leper Messiah. What a great,
How could you forget?
what a great
Yeah,
tune!
dude.
And I'm like, sitting there-
Gakuda, gakuda,
and I was
ga.
like,
Gakuda, gakuda,
oh,
da.
that's what it was like 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh,
Sounds like I need to go listen to Leper Messiah.
You
What?
fuck!
come on, Tyler, you've heard Master of Puppets, right?
I have. I just don't know the song
No,
by
same,
name.
Tyler, I haven't heard the album.
Oh, and Damage Incorporated, bro.
Da, da, da,
Oh,
da,
Disposable
da,
Heroes
da,
is the
da.
best song. That's my favorite. That's probably my favorite Metallica song. I love that song.
That's a good
So
song.
Again, that album just
Metallica.
back and forth, just like
Interesting fact, like, we were with Tyler the first time he'd ever actually heard that album all the way through on tour.
That is very
Fuck
true.
That
you,
is-
Yep.
Tyler.
Well, no,
Why
no,
weren't you
okay.
No, no,
11
no, no,
years
that was good.
old
It was
the
good.
first time
Yo,
you heard this
remember-
album?
Dude, when I first heard Master Puppets, that, and I think, wasn't it also like Ride the Lightning, that I actually went and I fucking bought it Meyer?
Yeah.
Because they were
Yeah.
cheap CDs and I
Yeah.
downloaded them and like, I still listen to those. You guys got me started on that like
Yeah.
2 years
when
ago.
you bought this at a Meyer
Like,
on
24
tour.
and just then listening to...
Oh, fucking,
What?
Like it's like Walgreens. It's
Oh,
like it's
okay.
like, but it's a
I don't know what
superstore.
a
It's one of those superstores.
Walgreen.
It's like
Bro, it's like
Walmart.
Walmart.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
no,
big
did I say
old
Walgreens,
thing.
not Walmart? I meant Walmart.
Bro, you buy bicycles
don't
at
have
Walgreens.
that here.
bro.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you get bicycles at Walgreens, bro.
that's true.
Just to be like,
buy your Metallica, buy your bikes.
Just to help out Tyler, like I haven't heard the album Master of Puppets full. I've heard the song Master of Puppets, but I haven't heard the full
Why
album.
haven't you?
I apologize to the metal community.
Go
Wait,
find a noose and
I
just
apologize.
hang it.
Guys,
Normally.
I think we just figured out,
Bro,
I think we just figured out Bennett's sequel, Return to the Miss Scott Chocolate Talks, is when we talk about Master of Puppets. Like,
and
if-
it'll be
if not that,
like
like-
20 episodes from now, because like,
yeah.
but it's like Jesus Christ.
But it's a great album for you.
Look how mad Will is. Will is
Will
so
is very
mad right now.
disappointed with me at this moment.
I feel like
Look,
Oh my
I don't
God.
understand how you're over the age of 13 and not listen to every Metallica album. Like, to
Yeah.
me, like, when I was 11, like, I remember one summer, like, my mom was like, you need to set goals, like, for summers. And she's like, what's your goal by the end of summer? And I was like, my goal is to buy the first 5 Metallica albums. Because I was like, I was that kid. I was like, anything after the Black Album, it's not real Metallica. It doesn't fucking matter. So I was like, I need to, but I didn't physically own them on CD. No, but I was like, I've got to buy them. I was like, I need to have the CD. And so, like, my goal was to work somehow to make money to buy these CDs, and I'm 11.
bro,
And I'm like, yeah, I
bro,
need to
fuck
own them.
Metallica fans.
Can you imagine?
Fuck Metallica fans. Death Magnetic is a great album.
Oh, it's
Like,
amazing.
Like I don't.
We listened to it 3 times on tour.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Like,
We listened to that 3 times and Toxicity 3 times.
yeah.
we almost
Bro,
talked about toxicity.
I wanted, like, yeah. I
Yeah.
considered
That would have also been a
I
very
considered
good
it,
choice.
but for me it falls into the cliche category because everyone knows it's a great album. Whereas since White Pony
Yeah.
isn't as it's not that Toxicity is mainstream, but like more people know about Toxicity.
No, you
Then
made
people know
a
about
wise choice
White
on that
Pony.
because White Pony is by far like one of the most underrated albums in its entire existence.
I agree. That's
It definitely
why I picked it.
deserves like 15 Grammy awards.
Let's not forget also that I was introduced to the Deftones because of this. So
Hey,
thank you, Bennett. I
you're
mean, good
welcome.
stuff,
It's
man.
Great ass fucking album.
Yeah, and fuck you,
But I
Tyler,
don't
because
know
I
what you're
definitely
saying,
told you
Tyler.
this
We
is
listened to
Deftones.
so much Deftones on
Yeah.
that tour. Like,
I mean, like passively here and there, but I've never just like
Passively?
put on a record and just like let's listen to a Deftones
okay,
record.
fair enough.
I mean, like
Fair enough.
if we're driving, like
I
well, yo,
remember
so if-
sitting
shut
at,
the fuck up, Trevor. If we're on tour and like we're listening to albums on albums on albums, I might forget one periodically. That's gonna happen.
True.
I know you guys mentioned Master of Puppets, but if I ever come on the show again,
Yeah.
I'd like to do a System of a Down album that's not Toxicity.
Okay. Okay.
We'll do the first
Fair
one.
I want, yeah.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
do the first album.
You steal this
The one with
album
the
'cause
hands?
nobody listens.
No, I want to do the one with the hands.
Well, see, that's what I was gonna say. That's the one we listen to the most. Like, we listen to a lot of Toxicity, but we listen to the self-titled all the time. Like,
Nah, I feel
why?
like
No,
I
I
put
said steal this
toxicity on
album.
more than I did. I don't even know. I mean, but
No,
the
bro.
first one is shorter, so like you can listen to it more often.
It
so,
is.
I mean,
For me, it's more creative.
So we listened to it on the Spires run at least 3
the
times.
first one, not
We
toxicity.
listened to it on the Veracay run
At least
probably
3
about
times.
5 times. And then we listened to it while you were in here, both on our way to Indiana and on our way back. Like, that album is played
We
more
did.
than anything else in this fucking band. That's a fact.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with I love that. I think
Hey.
that's great. You know,
know what
free
I remember?
thinkers are Never mind.
My
What?
dad
Yeah.
is he's a big music guy, big older prog.
We should
head.
get your dad on here. Oh my god.
Well, when we're now that we're in the order of guests, like I think
Yeah.
I might make him my
Do
guest.
it. Do
Just,
it.
be
just
cool.
to preface,
That's
just
Fuck
to,
it.
just to preface to our listeners, my dad is a like big music nerd, like, and has been since the 70s. Like, he grew up listening to Yes and King Crimson and like that, like Al Di Meola. He's a big jazz head, and so his taste in music is pristine. And like, I remember his CD collections, his album collections, his stereos that he would build. Like, he was a true music listener. And then, like, I remember when iTunes first came out, like when I was younger, his obsession with it was that he's like, Trevor, he's like, at the bottom it says like, if you like this band, you might also like this band. And that became like his biggest thing, was like, you could find all these bands. And I remember coming, like, after going to the B Word for 1 year, coming home and like hanging out with my dad and my older brother, and they were like, Trevor, you put on a song that'll blow our mind, you know. So I'm like, man, I got you guys on this prog band you've never heard of. It's called Osric Tentacles. And my dad, and I'm like, dude, there's no way. Like, this is like so out there. There's no. My dad's like, bitch, I've known them for like 20 years. I'm like, he's like, get out of here. And I was like, God damn
That
it.
is
Like,
funny. That's
like if you're the
fucking
kind of
great.
fan who, if you're the kind
Yeah.
of fan who blows your friend's mind with like Tool and stuff, dude, my dad's just gonna shit. Just,
Yeah.
like, I got way more. You like Liquid Tension, bro? Do you know about Liquid Trio, which is the three of them without John Petrucci, and they have like two
Really?
albums? Yes,
Wow.
yes. And did you know?
Interesting side note, their new
Liquid
album
Tension
comes out
3.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
Oh, shit.
man. Yeah, Liquid Tension Experiment 3 comes out tomorrow.
Which is
I'm so
amazing because it's Petrucci and Rudis's first like reunitization with
No, Petrucci and Portnoy.
Petrucci Rudis reuniting with Portnoy.
So I guess we also
Yeah.
have to
But
talk about
Portnoy
Dream Theater
also-
at some point. But I re-listened to Dreams from a Memory Part 2 or
Yeah.
that album.
What a great album.
That-
It's excellent.
That's it. That's it.
Metropolis Part
Can I
2.
mention that one?
Yeah, Metropolis Part 2.
Can I mention that one Avenged Sevenfold album where
No, you can't. No, you
drummer
can't.
is-
No, you can't talk about a bench of Sevenfold.
With
yeah,
Portnoy?
Portnoy's the drummer for
Oh, Nightmare.
for that one Avenged Sevenfold album.
Yeah, well, he
Is
did
it
the whole
any good?
tour.
It's
No.
probably bad.
No.
Right? It probably
Well,
sucks.
it's
He
good.
plays well.
They have better
I
music.
agree. Yeah.
Here's
don't
all you
think
need
they
to know
have
about
any
Avenged
good
Sevenfold.
music.
Like in today's age, this is all you need to know, Craig. No, I got you on this. They're self-titled, phenomenal,
Yeah.
phenomenal. It's their fourth album, phenomenal. Everything else, you can just fuck up. Whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys need to make that like album of the week at some point because I'm not gonna go out of my way.
Bro,
to
there
check
is
that
one.
out.
Bro, hear me out. There is one good Megadeth album, and we all know which one it is. But there's one good Megadeth album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll bite.
I'll put it this
bite.
way: when I saw
I'll bite.
Megadeth, it was only because they played that whole album.
Okay. Okay.
They didn't play
It's
any.
great when
They just played the good
it's
album.
great when bands do like full album
Man,
tours.
Trevor, you're dropping some real facts.
No, but this is true. This is true.
Real fact.
It's great when bands
I was
do that.
14 and I knew that.
Yo, do any of you remember Big Elf? That band that Mike Portnoy also played drums on?
No.
I'm
Wait,
sorry.
oh.
Which of the 3 or 4 dozen are you talking about right
Well,
now?
talking about
Tyler?
Winery Dogs,
well, no,
bro.
see, I was thinking about
Because the Winery Dogs
Transatlantic.
killed
Shut
Riverside,
the
bro. Fuck those
up.
guys.
So Transatlantic also just came out with an album this year, which has
Yes.
Portnoy.
Yes.
That was fun.
That's really good.
So I'm surprised to hear there's also a new Liquid Tension album. But on top of it, no, Big Elf. When they played the couple album Portnoy played with him a couple years ago. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Retro rock kind of thing.
Nice.
They opened up for Dream Theater, and then the band fell apart, and Portnoy just made them continue to be a band.
That's gotta be brutal opening up for your ex
Bro,
band.
fuck
that
that,
must
shit.
suck
That's
so
so
much.
dumb. Bro, that's so fucking dumb. Like, that's why I can't listen to more Dream Theater. Like,
No, this was
no,
years
no,
back.
Even,
like
yeah,
years
even
back.
so,
With Portnoy being
exactly,
part of it.
exactly.
Yeah.
When you start a band and then you start the drama too, and then you quit the band to then open for the band, what? Bro,
Well, no. He wasn't playing in Big Elf when Big Elf has not toured with Dream Theater post Portnoy leaving.
So-
the
While they
so
were,
wait, but-
while
wait,
they were on
wait.
tour together, they stole him from Dream Theater.
Yeah. Oh,
I
what?
I wouldn't
I'm kidding,
say no.
But is that
No.
so
Yeah,
he
oh,
cheated
yeah, I was
on
gonna
them.
say,
kidding,
whoa!
I'm kidding.
He cheated on them. That's what.
Exactly. During the
Portnoy
tour,
left Dream Theater after touring with Avenged Sevenfold because I think he thought he was going to stay with them
Oh
all the
my
time.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
Oh my
fucking
God.
insane.
And then after the
Sevenfold.
tour with Avenged Sevenfold ended, he then went and asked John Petrucci if he could go back in the band, and John Petrucci said no
Oh wow, I didn't
Good.
know that.
because they had
Fuck
already
him.
hired Mike Mangini.
Okay.
Well, we've got this human drum
And then
machine.
he
Why
started
would we
Winery
bother?
Dogs.
I'm so angry.
So while they were on tour together, he
Dude,
cheated.
all
on
right,
them.
so I'm gonna be honest. Like,
True.
I would rather listen to 3 Days Grace than 30 Seconds to Mars.
I disagree.
I also
3 Days
just to be
Grace
honest with
first
God's
album.
truth, I'll give credit to 3 Days Grace to one thing. I saw them open up for Chevelle this
wow.
past summer, so 2 summers ago now.
Wait, with new singer or old singer?
I have no idea.
Which band?
I don't know.
Chevelle changed
Either was
singers?
3 Days Grace.
Because 3 Days Grace is famous.
No.
because-
Grace
3 Days
changed
Grace.
singers.
Yeah, Chevelle's been. Yeah, they were great. I actually had an awesome time watching them. I was like, wow, these guys are tremendous right now.
I will say they have a new singer, and they're
Yeah.
famous because they did like 4 albums with the old singer. Only one
Oh,
album with
okay.
the new singer. But then again,
Okay.
I think the old singer's back. I don't know. I'm not a 3
Okay.
Days Grace.
Okay.
Guys,
Damn,
And
Bennett,
that's
you're
it.
really hurting my feelings right
What?
now. You're really hurting my feelings.
sorry,
right
man.
now.
I used to be a hard 3 Days Grace fan back in the day. Back in the
That's
emo
cool.
days,
That's
you
cool.
know?
I hate
Yeah.
everything about you.
Oh, that's a good
Very
song.
emo.
That's a good
Very
song.
I do like the
man.
riff in that. Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom,
Ba
boom,
ba
boom.
chaka ta
Yeah.
ba ba
Their first
chaka ta
album,
ba
their
chaka.
first album is very Chevelle-esque.
Yes, it is.
What was their the big 1X?
Yeah, that was like their hit. That was the album that put them on the map.
okay.
Yeah.
But I prefer their first album better.
A
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Dude, this is a cool ass
Damn.
podcast, man. Like I gotta say, like in the week leading up to this, I saw like I didn't see all the episodes, but I saw like plenty of them. And this is cool. I feel like I'm a fan of you guys, and it's an honor to be on this podcast with y'all.
It means a
I don't know
lot.
why you feel like a
You've so
fan.
much.
You're
Giving
like a
us more
friend.
fuel than anyone else has. Seriously, we keep going. Pretty good.
Bennett, we used to get drunk at 65 Hemingway in Boston.
That was
bro.
the classic
Bro,
spot. That was the
65
spot.
Hemingway
65
fucked me up.
That was the legend. When I had,
Bro,
Damn.
I paid for the beer, bro. I paid for that beer, right?
I don't know who the fuck paid for that fucking volcano.
wait,
What?
which beer, which volcano?
65 Hemingway?
I can tell you who did. It was
Sam?
Dude,
I don't remember his last.
I
No,
remember-
it wasn't. So Sam bought it from Nick. I don't remember
Uh-huh,
Nick's last
uh-huh.
name. Nick, if you're watching this, don't hate me. I can't remember Nick's last name, but he had it and he was like, I don't need this anymore because I like rolling joints. And so Sam was like, I'll buy that shit. And so he bought it, and we had a House Volcano.
bruh,
It was great.
bruh,
But you know what? Now they make a gold one, so that's
Oh,
the one you
shit.
get home.
A gold volcano? Wait, what?
Volcano's
Yeah.
like the thing where you put the weed in and it inflates like a balloon and everyone passes
the
it
bag,
like a
bro.
and
Yeah,
everyone
you just
passes
pass the bag
for those who
around.
don't know.
Yes.
And also to give context, 65 Hemingway was like while we were in college. It was just this apartment where you could do whatever the fuck you wanted there, basically.
And it was really close to the B word.
That was
It
y'all's
like-
definition of it. It was my friend's place, and that I used to go there like every day after class, and we'd just hang out.
It was so fun.
And we started throwing parties, and it started with like 13 of us, and we started throwing parties like every weekend, and then it turned into like nightmares, bro. Like, people would be buzzing.
Bruh.
There was lines down the door. We had to have a
Yeah,
doorman. Police would be coming and shutting it down. One time, the police counted everyone after they left, and it came out to 120 people were in that
Shit.
apartment.
That place was amazing.
But this was a
Holy
2-bedroom
fuck.
apartment, like in Boston, on the 4th
Yeah,
floor or
the
like
top
5th
floor of the building.
with no elevator.
No elevator.
It was metal.
Dude, like one time I thought I could just go there and do homework while I'm smoking weed and drinking booze.
Not the
This was, like,
case. Not the
for-
case.
This was for Harmony 3. Dude, the professor.
I did a lot of homework
Dude, but
there.
let me explain the specific time. The professor was like, after class, like, Bennett, just stay, just I can talk to you. And I would stay like, oh, what's up? And he's like, Bennett, I think you did not understand the homework at all. Because this doesn't make any sense. You think, and I was like, damn, I don't know what to say. Sorry, I'll do my best next time. And it's because
Yeah,
I did
sorry,
homework
I
drunk
didn't
and
really, like-
stoned.
I wasn't focusing.
It was crazy. I did everything wrong. I did everything. He was confused. He was, because it's not like, it wasn't normal mistakes that I made. I made mistakes where it seemed like I did not understand the instructions for the homework.
It's like, Bennett, you just need to underline every 2-5. Here's the song. every time the chord changes from a 2-5-1 and then 2-5, just
And it's because I remember I bought like a Colt 45 for that homework. And, you know, that was not a good idea.
You know, one time I was there and it was like 3 of the dudes' birthdays on the same day, and they were like, "All right, well, we got to play Edward 40 hands," and they taped 2 40s to their hands.
and then you can't go to the
And-
bathroom. You can't do anything until you finish.
And I'm hanging out, and my buddy Zach is like, he's like, "See, the smart thing to do is to only drink one, so that when you're done, you can get this one out, and then you can go to the bathroom." And I was like, "No, you don't have to. You're gonna finish a whole 40 before you have to
That's
pee,
the challenge.
To then drink the other one. To then drink the other one.
That's where the challenge is.
and then drink the other one." Oh my god!
One time also at 65, I like, for some reason, I laid down in the bathtub and just fell asleep.
I remember
Dude,
that because I think the door was locked
Yeah.
or something, and we had to bust the door.
And I was
"Who's in
sleeping.
here?" We were like, "Oh
I
my
was like
God."
so comfortable. I took my jacket off and used it as a pillow, took my shoes off. I was like sleeping like a baby.
And you were fine. You
And
were
I woke
fine.
up to people laughing at me.
Bro, it was what a time. I will not say her name, but I know someone who lost her virginity on the fire
Oh shit.
of 65.
One time I brought,
Bro,
Yeah.
wait.
I brought,
Wild.
I brought
Okay.
one of the calf employees to 65 once.
Ah, yeah.
That
Yeah,
girl who
dude.
she would put like dots on her face. Remember? I don't know her name. I brought her there once.
Well, wasn't one of the dudes?
She would
Didn't
like
we
just
also
check
hang out with one of the dudes? The
What?
cafeteria?
one of the cooks.
Yeah.
I don't remember. The one I brought over wasn't a cook. It was just the person who checked your ID when you entered the calf.
Oh. Wow.
I remember the police showing up to 65, and me, Vic, who lived there, and I think Danny Svensson, who dropped out after the first year. We were like, "Yo, the police are here. Should we tell everyone?" And we're like, "Nah, let's just bail out the fire escape." We just left.
Oh my god. Damn.
Dude, college is fun.
It was great. That was fun. That place was fun.
That was my first year
oh.
in Boston.
It was everyone's first year, because after the first year we stopped
Yeah,
doing it.
absolutely.
It was literally just if you went to 65, we know when it was. It was between 2015 and 2016.
Yeah.
Because after that there was no
Yeah.
65 parties.
That was great.
The
Good
B
memories.
words. Boston.
Some of the fun times of B word.
Boston.
Yes.
We're talking about
Boston.
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 Guys, we are at 130
A long ass
minutes.
time. That's where we are.
Wow.
Because this has been a great episode.
This has been an awesome episode.
I would say
Bennett,
the best.
I'd love to be on again.
thank you for
Bennett.
joining us.
I think
12 out of 10.
our
12
guests,
out of 10.
every time we have a guest, they choose the best albums. So
I
They
know,
really do.
right?
Fireball,
was
Deep
amazing.
Purple, dude, that changed my perspective.
Dude, watch my dad drop some like silly ass shit. He's like, we're gonna do Doja Cat.
I doubt it.
I also doubt it. He's gonna throw some silly shit up, bro. He's gonna be like, you know what? I'm so hipster that I'm not even gonna go on your podcast.
Nice.
That's
Alright.
that's
See,
a
my
cool
dad.
guy.
My dad's one of those kind of guys. Like he like keeps everything to himself. In fact, he has a saying,
Yeah.
but he wouldn't tell me.
Nice.
Son, I have a saying, but I'm not gonna tell you about it.
That's comedy gold.
That
That's
is
kind of
really
like one of my favorite punchlines that I used to do a lot. Is like, "Hey, bro, check this out." And it's like fall asleep somewhere. Hey, dude, you want to see something cool? Check this out. Check this out.
And he'd just pass out right in front of you.
And that's it.
Bro, that's some talented.
Anyway,
shit, man.
what's the album for next
Right.
week? Somebody tell me what the album is for next week.
That's Tyler. Or no, Trevor.
Yeah, I was
Trevor.
gonna say no.
Trevor.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
All right,
Trevor.
Trevor. What we got? What do we got?
Well, it was a long time thinking, long time a coming, and I was like, I want to do something fun for everyone,
Yeah.
so it's not necessarily as heavy and emotionally as this album. We actually kind of brushed upon it today a little
Oh
bit.
God. Oh God.
We are going to do Dethalbum 2 by Dethklok.
Oh man!
Bum, 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 bum.
There we go.
Metal,
There we go.
baby.
Wow. Wow.
It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time.
Wow.
I listened to all of their repertoire recently, and 2 is by far
Bro, Adult
Yeah.
Swim, hit us up.
big balls.
Bro, Adult Swim, come on, man.
Yeah,
Adult
honestly.
Come on,
Swim,
man.
Manscaped.
We
got
you.
you.
Want content?
Oh
we
my
got
God.
music for your content. Just like a long
Yep.
time of just random
That's a fact.
animation.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah. Well, excellent. Super stoked for that. Boys, this has been a blast. Bennett, you're the
Please
man.
have me on
Thank
again.
you
I'm
for
looking
being
forward
here.
to it. I love this podcast.
Hell yeah, brother. Awesome.
just gotta say
Fucking
it.
awesome. All right.
Just one quick thing. I love how organic
we
the
have
conversations are.
Yeah.
It's a very organic podcast.
Thank you, man.
It's a true conversation-based
Thank
podcast.
you.
I love it.
Thank you, brother. Thank
Yes.
you so much. Hell yeah. Well, we have been the Mystical Hot Chocolate Talks. Wait, I keep saying that wrong. We have been the Mystical Hot Chocolate Endeavors. This is the Mystical Hot Chocolate Talks. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.
Bye, bitches.